All right. One Piece, chapter 1156. We got a color spread again. Two color spreads in a row. This time we got the Roger crew parallels to the Straw Hats. Pretty sick, right? Luffy, Roger, Zoro, Rayleigh, Sanji, Scopper, and then Nami's kind of just chilling on the side. I thought that was kind of funny. Like, all the other Straw Hats are there, but they're like miniature and hanging off of Luffy. But Oda just said, well, peep this Nami fit. Check this out.
She's not chilling on the side. She's center page. She's not front and center, right? Isn't that kind of interesting? She's in line with Roger and Luffy. I wonder what that means. You said it yourself. You're like, oh, look, we got the Roger parallels. I wonder what Oda's trying to say about Nami here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, right? Nami's always been a really important character in One Piece. Like, go back to Romance Dawn. Like, there's always a Nami prototype there, whether she's a princess or like some sort of magician or a penguin master. Like, Nami's always been there. Oda's always had like these crazy big plans for her. And I mean, obviously she's done a lot of things already, but in this final saga, dude, it's like a slam dunk guarantee that Nami somehow, some way is going to be very important.
Yeah.
Like more so than usual.
A lot of people forget, but Roger's goal is Nami's dream, technically, right? He wanted to circumnavigate the globe. That's Nami's, like, make a map of everything. Circumnavigating is part of that thing. So that's how Roger became. Yeah, Roger became Pirate King because he was trying to get to the last island to circumnavigate the globe and do the thing that no other pirate crew had ever done and become the greatest in name and fact. So it is interesting. Yeah. I wonder what Oda has planned for that.
They should have made Frankie bigger because he kind of has the same goal too, just traveling the entire world with 1,000 Sunny.
Yeah.
He wants to touch tips with the ships.
Yeah.
Kind of rhymes. Dude, the fits that Zoro and Sanji have, though, are insane. Like, it looks so cool. It's like movie fits. It's always nice whenever Oda, like, does these. But also, people have been pointing out the armband that Luffy has.
Yeah. Meet. What does it mean, Sai? Tell me.
Oh, I have no
Oda's
clue.
editor.
Yeah, I have no clue. I saw people talking about it. I haven't looked into it yet. But apparently, like, it's supposed to mean nymph or sea mermaid or something like that.
Oh, if that's a D, I guess, like narrate or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw narrate and then I saw 10. And I was like, I'm just going to leave this for later.
Yeah, no, that's how I felt. Like, I'll look into this later, but, people are looking at it. At first, I thought it said Norona, and I was like, ooh, that would be crazy.
But, yeah. Narrate could also mean worm.
Which kind of fits with the D clan, right? In some odd way.
Yeah, they're just worms that, like, when it rains, they just come out of the ground and cause havoc, right? Slither onto the pavement and then die, and then, just leave a carcass on the thing for you to just be like, ew, right? That's what the D clan's like. Something
like that. I mean, we can't forget that, Saturn, Emu, and all of them, they called the D clan like empty husks and insects. So also look at that. Wait a minute. I didn't even notice this. In the color spread, look at the right of Luffy. You see Nami's feet. Dude, like her bare feet, like no shoes, like bare feet right there. Holy cow.
You just noticed that?
Yeah, I just noticed that. Whoa. That's crazy. Like, he didn't have to do that, right? Like, he could have cut Nami off right there. Nobody would say anything, but he went out of his way to draw those dogs, man.
That's legitimately what I said on reaction. I was like, bro, like, because I went through and I saw Nami on the left side, and I was like, oh, like, am I missing other things? And then I started looking at the Straw Hats, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Their feet are right there. That's crazy. And then people are like, Par, you noticed that shit off, right? I was like, I actually didn't. It's like not really that noticeable, I feel like.
Yeah, it really blends in.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I was looking at the Straw Hats and then, Luffy's armband, so you don't really notice the feet right there. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I think also it was just kind of like, I don't know. I think what drew a lot of my focus was just how angry Sanji and Zoro looked. Like, they didn't look like they didn't look like they were just fighting over Sanji being called fourth. they look like they both got their girls killed. And like I said this, I said it looks like Zoro staring at the stairs that killed Kuina. Like that's what it looks like. It looks like he is max bloodlusted right now. And I didn't like, again, like I was out of it last few days, but then I'm looking at it and I'm just like, oh wait, they're looking at each other. I didn't realize that at first. I was like, oh, so they're mad at each other? Like, why is Oda making them mad at each other randomly? But it could be nothing. I have no idea,
Yeah, just a little rivalry. That's all it is. A little spat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the constant Zoro Sanji thing, right?
Yeah, I wonder what happened this time though. What do you think? Like, also Zoro wearing his swords like that, like Link, right?
It's kind of cool.
A little interesting.
Yeah, I think
it is
awesome.
cool, but it's also like, did Oda do that just so he could fit the swords in the frame?
I think so, because otherwise Luffy's foot would be covering them.
Yeah, and then that's good observation there, because that's what people said. It's not that they're angry at each other. Zoro's just angry because he has Luffy's foot in his nose, and he's smelling it.
Have you seen the edits on Twitter? People are drawing pictures of Zoro sucking Luffy's toes.
So
I'm
so glad I'm
the
not
edited
on
versions
Twitter.
of this. They have Zoro sucking Luffy's toes, and then how Luffy has like the back fist. He's actually grabbing onto Sanji's sausage on the other end.
That's a long ass. That's a W for Sanji.
I
quite
guess so.
the distance.
Yeah, the unedited versions go crazy.
That's a footer right there. We talking about black leg Sanji. Oh shit!
More like third leg Sanji, man. That's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy. He got the inheritance, the Ugandan inheritance right there. That's crazy.
Never underestimate Twitter artists, man. They'll always surprise you. They'll always bring out some good stuff. Shout out to them.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It actually looks like Luffy's grabbing Sanji's third leg already, because his tie is there, and his tie's super loose, and it's leading into his hand, and it's black.
Yeah, he's using hockey on it.
Yep. It's already there. Oda.
Yeah, he's thinking ahead, man. On
Goda,
the first page,
let's go.
We got the introduction of the Golden Era idols. We got the Kuja pirates, and they're I don't even know if I want to say ransacking, but they're visiting towns, quote, beating the men up and taking all the spoils of war. It's just funny knowing that nobody really fights back. So it's like, okay, I know they're strong. Don't get me wrong. I know they're strong, but we haven't really seen like an actual fight with the Kuja pirates yet, because everybody that sees them, they get nerfed automatically.
Yeah.
The hard eyes, they don't want to hurt them. It's like, yeah, they just kind of fall to their knees, man. All the men are hopeless, as one of the ladies say. Which, real quick,
they robbed Santa Claus. You see that in the back?
Yeah, there's like a Santa Claus guy. I was about to say, real quick, guys, but we are not looking at the Viz official translations. We're filming this a little bit earlier than usual, Saturday night. And it's funny because Paro's like, oh, do you not want to wait for Sunday in the Viz? We just started laughing automatically. You want to wait for the Viz? That's so funny, Par. That was like one of the best jokes I've heard of all month.
It's also funny because this chapter is probably... I was joking because, surprise, I didn't get my video out, but I was just like, how crazy it would be. And then I was like, oh wait, we're not doing the anime, so there's like no filler. And then we used to open up with this. I was like, wait a second, this is some next level fan service. Oda's getting us with the manga filler. Is crazy.
This whole segment does feel like manga filler. It doesn't at first, but near the end, they say something specifically. The narrator box says the Kuja pirates were at the height of their popularity at this time. No one could speak of this era without mentioning them. It's like, okay, like he's like, hey, there's a reason we had to talk about them. They're just too important, man. Can't leave them out.
Yeah. Then it's funny because no one can speak of this era without mentioning them. I've gone through 1,000 goddamn chapters, brother, and every time they mention this era, no one talked about them.
Yeah, not until today.
Yeah, where's Don Chin Chao's ass talking about the Kuja pirates of this era, right? Like, but it's pretty funny because it still felt awesome. But going back to the Viz thing, I was just like, it was probably the least like problematic. There's no way you can mess this up, right?
The
Either
Viz?
which way.
I don't know, man.
Anybody. Anyway, Sai, are you biased against the Viz? I'm saying anybody could mess this up.
I'm not biased. I look at statistics. I look at the KD ratio, and I'm just like, Never say never, Par. Never say never. So when you saw the Kuja Pirates,
I looked at the statistics and then said KD ratio.
I was looking at Mao Zedong earlier, but I gotta say, it's really weird because whenever the chapters come out, I join your live streams, and I'm a constant reoccurring guest there. But this time around, since you delayed it for a day, I wasn't there. And what's odd about this is that usually coming into these videos, because of that live stream, I know your reaction to a lot of things already. I know your stance. But here, it's like blind.
Wait,
it's like a blind date. So I gotta know, what did you think of when you first saw the Kuja Pirates rolling up?
Wait, you never say you watched the thing. I always ask you, and you're like, no, I didn't watch it. What are you talking about?
Well,
wait,
okay.
You've been catfishing me this entire time?
No, every now and then I'll go back to your live streams, and I'm
You've
like,
been
okay.
barbelling me?
Yeah, I've been just like looking to see what your reaction was to like certain events, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't like watch the whole thing start to finish, but you know, I'm like, hey, Kuja Pirates, what does Par think about this? But I gotta know, like, what did you think about this? Like, you know, coming into this, did you still think we were in the flashback? Do you think we time skipped a little bit further? Did you know that we'd see Shakky and Gloriosa and Trtoma here?
Funny enough, at the start, because like, usually I have the TCB like page open, and then I see the title. So I didn't see the title this time. I saw the thing and certain idols, and like, cause that's all I saw. I was just on the top, and I see idols, and my brain, Elbaph. I was thinking Gunko, and I was like, wait, the timeline doesn't match up. But are they talking about Brooke? And because like Brooke technically is like adjacent to this timeline, but we're just past where he would be in the fog. So that's where I was going at first. And then when we got the Kuja Pirates, I was like, oh, this is wild. Now, some of the reveals in this, like, those were shockers, like, particularly the ones about, like, Roger and the romance stuff there. But, like, I thought this was good. I think the main thing that, like, you know, made sense about all this was that, like, this is all relevant. Gloriosa ends up on the Rocks Pirates. So right now we're in a Rocks Pirate centric, like all the setup. So all of his crews and Gloriosa is arguably, like, even beforehand, like, yes, we knew Big Mom was important. Yes, we knew Kaido, Whitebeard were important. Shiki, we knew was important from the movie, but like on his own as a character, we don't know his backstory. But Gloriosa was like the character that had the most like built already. Like, she has like a relevant character from her nation. Like, the Amazon Lily Luffy's been there. She's spoken to Luffy. Like, there's been so much. And then also we have like 3 empresses that we're supposed to like know, and so we got to meet all of them. So Gloriosa having this much makes sense, and plus she's eventually going to join the Rocks Pirates, and so I am curious on how that goes. Because we haven't gotten there yet. And then also, obviously, the setup with Roger, you know, tying these two. I think the shocker was mainly, I was a little shocked by, like the, I didn't know that the Roger Pirates were just, like, simps. Like, but it makes sense that, I guess, this long ago, they weren't the motivated, you know, our captain's dying, so we need to get to the last island post. You know, this is pre-God Valley Roger. So we're gonna see like Gooner Roger. That, you know, like, it makes sense, but I didn't expect it like this. You know, that's the part. And then the, like, all of these characters, Roger, Garp, Shakky, Gloriosa, the dynamic with Rocks eventually, like, it all matters for sure. It does. So
yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like, you know, we talked about this before, about how the Roger crew has 0 women. They're just a bunch of guys out in the open seas. Who knows how long it takes to get to the next island? Sometimes weeks for the Straw Hats, sometimes months. We haven't seen that from the Shroud's perspective, but, you know, we can assume that if you don't have a good navigator, it'll take a while. You know, maybe Skapragaban got them lost for a little bit. We don't know. We don't know how good he is.
They don't even have a cook.
They don't even have a
right?
cook. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, maybe, we have 30 guys on a ship in the middle of the ocean, haven't seen a woman in days. Oh my God. Do you know how pent up they would be? So when you see the Kuja pirates roll up, yeah, I'd be all over him, dude. I don't blame them. I don't think that Gunnar Roger makes him look bad. It's just not something I necessarily care for. I think is a better way to put it. Because I have seen a lot of people saying that when we get a Roger chapter, it's going to boost his PR. And then a lot of people, it's so funny. I've seen people saying that this chapter makes Roger look worse in comparison to Rocks. And it's like, if you want to play that war, like, I do kind of feel the same way. Like I said, I don't think it's bad. I just don't care for Gunnar Roger as much.
It is interesting.
Gooners. We're all Gooners. I think that's another thing to keep in mind, too.
I am curious because Rocks is... We don't know how old Rocks is, right?
Yeah, we don't know how old Rocks is.
But he seems a decent amount older than Roger.
Yeah, so Roger during this flashback should be in his 30s. Rocks, I'd say, looks like he's in his 40s?
Mid-40s.
Mid-40s, yeah. So he's got a decade on Roger.
Yeah,
but then again,
that's where...
Rocks might also be a Gooner, because Blackbeard was a little bit of a Gooner, too.
I mean, he already has Stussy, you know what I'm saying? He already got Big Mom on there.
Yeah, but dude, the Kuja Pirates, they're on a different level. Like, I remember back on Amazon Lily, didn't Blackbeard say that he'd get turned to stone too? He said that no man could resist Boa Hancock's looks, and it sounded like he included himself in that list. And the whole thing about him beating Boa, at least in the anime, right, he kind of like snuck her before she could activate her ability. So I'd like to imagine that, Rocks in this situation would act not the same as Roger, but he'd have the hard eyes, I think. I think Rocks would have the hard eyes too.
I don't know. The thing about Rocks is like, because we have Rayleigh, right? Rayleigh's, he's not as perturbed as everybody else is. But you know what's crazy about this?
What's up?
Shakky is might be more effective than Boa.
See, that's hard. I don't know. I've seen people ranking the Empresses, Shakky, Gloriosa, and Boa.
Shakky number 1, bro.
I like Shakky. I almost want to put her at number 1, but I like Boa too much. The thing that sells me on Shakky, the thing that really makes me put her high up there to where it's a question, is the cigarette. I think there's something about Shakky smoking that's so effing hot, dude. But I think her earrings just don't do it for me. It's just, she's so close to being number 1. But Boa, I can't betray Boa.
Something about kicking cats got you down bad.
I think Boa's just such a mean girl.
Yeah, she can abuse animals any day, baby.
I mean, I feel like the Empresses are all, generally a little bit mean, right?
Shakky doesn't look like that. She just beats down men.
Okay, Shakky walked outside, and look at that. Flowers die, dude. If this was one of your Chinese comics, it would say, like, presence of death activated. Like, a passive ability, dude. Like, you see that? Flowers
in her presence, flowers
get lost.
Their songs, and people turned against one another. So when I read that, I literally went, we've solved God Valley now. Shakky showed up, and everyone just lost their goddamn mind on the Rocks.
No. It's not that Roger and Garp were fighting Rocks. No. Shakky's presence made them turn on Rocks. They had no choice.
Bro, this is going back to what you were saying. Like, it doesn't feel like filler, but when you get lines like that, that's some insane text that's like, all right, we're in a filler scene. Like, this is crazy. In her presence, flowers wilted, birds like, who is this Emu's rival? Like, what is happening? Like, Shakky is like, I'm about to be ready for Shakky to show up to get turned into her prime and just one shot everybody. Like this is crazy. That line was insane, and it kept going too later on. And
It did.
I was like, yes. It was funny because most of my chat was like, the one thing about that doesn't make Shakky number one is the cigarette, and I was like, I agree. But the reason why it doesn't hurt me is because I just know that's Oda's filter, because Oda's a chain smoker. So that's Oda's version of the most ideal girl. He wanted her to be his baddie as much as possible. And he couldn't give Nami a sig because he knew what happened with 4 kids and Sanji's lollipop. He didn't want to have Nami sucking a lollipop the entire time. So with Shakky, he gave her the cigarette. It's in the clear now. Oda got his way.
Yeah.
It's that's the one
funny.
thing.
I had a feeling a lot of people didn't like the cigarette, but for me, that's like, ooh, my heart. It's like Doflamingo's tugging it, brother.
Yeah. I do feel bad for Gloriosa. She'll always be, I don't know. But like, the thing that ruined it for me was that silly pose. I feel like she still
one where she
did
has
that
like,
when
the
she
hand
was...
of the head.
Yeah.
I think
when
all
I saw
the
that,
Empresses
like,
do that. I think Boa did that too.
I don't know if Boa does that, but that's not how I first saw her. You know, I'm all like, that thing where she looks down on you from backwards or whatever. That's better than this. You know what I mean? That's fine. And Shakky doesn't have one of those yet, right? So it's cool. If Shakky's pose is that like the legs spread, standing over your face, hey, she number one. All I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
it gives a whole new meaning
solid
to the Eiffel Tower. That's crazy.
Yeah. So also squeezed in between all of this is Trtoma, the next Empress after Shakky, and it's kind of sad because she's dead. It's like we're looking at a dead woman walking right here.
Yeah.
It's funny because Captain John is the same way. We look at Captain John in his chapters, like, yeah, he's cooked, right? But it's something different about like a girl. It's like, damn it, how does she die? Love sickness.
Captain John looked not like Kureha though.
He what?
When I saw him, I didn't see Kureha. You know how people had the theory that Captain John looked a lot like Kureha?
Oh yeah, I disregarded those theories.
Yeah, he looked like that, but in the zombie form because he was a zombie there. But I think that was valid. But in this chapter, he looked more like Kanjuro. But obviously, there's not going to be a connection between Kanjuro and a guy named John. Ain't no way.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
So yeah, for Trtoma, I'm sure you've seen people saying it, but there are a good number of fans that believe that Trtoma is, of course, Luffy's mom. No, it's it's going to happen. Every new girl we meet in One Piece is that Luffy's mom.
Well, but this one's a little bit different though. Okay, see, but okay, the first thing that I heard, I literally have my Twitch chat pulled up. It says, "What is the chance Trtoma is not dead but is Crocodile?" That is the first thing I read after finishing the chapter. I was like, "Am I like, is this for real right now?" And then I think the next one was something about Crocodile too. And I was like, ain't no way. And I took a break. I just spun around. I was like, I'm not reading any Crocodile chats anymore. But then it just kept coming. I think someone super chatted it too.
That Trtoma's Crocodile?
Yeah.
Dang.
But the Nami one existed before this chapter because we got it in the SBS and she fit the description of like the jet black hair. And in the SBS, she looks great. Honestly, she looks pretty good in the SBS, but obviously, like, we see her here, and I don't know. But the name, we didn't have the name in the SBS. I think
we did.
The name is new, right?
No, we have the name.
Oh, we had the name in the SBS?
Yeah, we had the name in the SBS.
Oh.
Yeah, so we know it's her.
Oh, I didn't know we had the name. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the name is interesting because the theory, someone said in my chat, and honestly, it kind of makes sense. They were saying Tritoma's the color like the flower, and you look up the color, it's the color of Yamato's horns. And so they were like, oh, this is just Yamato's mom instead of Gloriosa. And I was like, that kind of, instead of Gloriosa makes more sense. Like Gloriosa and Kaido, like now, like seeing the, you know, I don't know, the overall, like Kaido's like 16 here. She's probably like 30 something. And that's, you know, a little bit different. But, you know, Trtoma and Kaido, hey, we got the color match at least. You got something there.
Yeah. As far as like Luffy's mom, I just don't see it. I don't think it'd be bad, but like I feel like when it comes to characters like this, I feel like we'll only meet Luffy's mom in Dragon's flashback. And since we know that Tritoma's dead, Trtoma kind of sounds like a disease. Like if you have Trtoma, contact your local physician. It's like, okay, she died of love sickness. What are we saying? About
any flower name. If I just told you like
oh, not rose or dandelion.
Okay, rose scientific name. Like,
if you get into the scientific name, yeah.
Oh wait, it's rose. Oh yeah, it is a disease, rosacea.
No. So you know,
not rose.
No.
That's crazy.
But yeah, she dies of love sickness. So if we're going with that, it's like, so what does that mean? Like Dragon pumped a child inside of her. She gave birth to Luffy. She left Luffy, or Dragon took Luffy for some odd reason and then abandoned his wife. And then she just died alone. It's like, that's kind of insane. Like, that's why I don't think it's Luffy's mom. I feel like that'd be a little bit odd. But, you know, I mean, I guess there's ways for it to work. But also, like, if she got with somebody and if she, you know, got with the man that she loved, then I feel like she just wouldn't die of love sickness. Like, it sounds like her love was unfulfilled. And that's why she died. Yeah. So I don't think it's Luffy's mom. Even for Kaido, I feel like you could use that against the Kaido theory, but I do like the Kaido theory. You know, we don't know what hair Trtoma has. Like you said, the flower could be a hint at that, but not 100% yet. So it's interesting for sure. But we'll see more.
We know that she's
maybe we won't
at
actually
least strong. Like she's eventually the Empress, so that means that like she's probably like cracked. Like probably
later on
here.
Like right here, she's probably just like a Kobe or something.
Well, I mean, she's definitely above the background characters, I would imagine, right? Probably goes Gloriosa, Shakky, than her, right?
Yeah, she's like a Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe's
I mean, how
strong.
long does Shakky? Do we know how long Shakky's the Empress for?
I don't remember. I don't even know if they mentioned it. Yeah, I'm not too sure if we have like a definite timeline. Maybe it's in the SBS that talks about the pirate empresses.
Yeah, I'm forgetting. No, there was the chapter, I'm pretty sure, right? Or no. Oh yeah, there was a different SBS, because I have that SBS pulled up and it doesn't have that there. But I remember some time they like Oda gave us like the exact specifics.
The exact timeline.
Yeah,
it's out there somewhere. So what's funny about Roger showing up here in the middle of the ocean is that he still has the egg. So this is, I think, the earliest sighting of the egg we've ever had. So yeah, it looks like Roger got that very early on in his journey, and he carried that with him all the way through Laugh Tale. It's like, damn, dude. Yeah.
Oh, you know what's also
egg
crazy?
In Pokemon Go. What's up?
More than the egg, this is pre-God Valley Roger, which we knew at God Valley he already had the Oro Jackson, but this is years before, right? This was also the earliest we've seen him.
Yeah.
Also with the Oro Jackson. So like, why did Tom make him the ship? Like, is it like Roger? Is he that cracked already that like Tom was like, I'll make you one of my greatest ships? You know, kind of interesting.
Yeah, and what's funny too, now that I'm looking at it, okay, so in the flashback where Roger talks to Tom, that's like well after he makes the Oro Jackson, right? That's like almost Laugh Tale Roger, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at it right now, and I was like, okay, this Roger is like the Roger I'm looking at with Tom is very, he's much older than this Roger.
That's almost 20 years from this point.
Yeah, wow, dude. Roger, I don't know what he's been doing at these islands. He's just good at making friends. I think he's just very charismatic, which I think makes sense. You know, he's kind of just like Ace 2.0 is what people are calling him. And yeah, Ace was very charming. He got along with Buggy. He got along with Luffy. Everybody. Like, Ace
ain't no way
just got around.
Ace ain't no way he'd be going around being like, "We're gonna take your women. We're gonna take your."
If Ace had a crush, like, he'd say this too.
If Ace was like, I try to think about it. I was like, would Ace be here doing this? And I'm like, nah.
I think
Ace
he would.
Bro.
No.
He was raised by Makino. He knows how to respect women. That was one of the things that
this is respectful. He was gonna fight for her.
Oh,
that's my headcanon. They're fighting for Shakky. They're not gonna kidnap her necessarily.
Yeah, the guy with no cook but a torture on his crew is a good guy. Yep, famously.
That's crazy that Oda showed that in an SBS. Like, he gave Roger a torturer but not a cook. Which, I mean, there were other roles too that he revealed, but the torturer is just the wildest one. Yeah. Like, people are saying, Millet Pine tortured Kaido and stuff. It's like, oh, damn. I mean, probably not wrong.
The cherry on top is if we, like, knew that Shakky couldn't cook. And, like, Roger was like, it was very obviously he didn't want, he's like, no, we don't want her to cook our food. You know why we want her.
She'd burn it, dude.
We need a cheerleader.
Yeah. Dude,
we need someone to beat Rocks because I'm so weak on my own.
Could be it. He wants Shakky for her power.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny too. You mentioned it a while back. We always bring this up whenever we see Roger at this point. But the fact that his Jolly Roger is like what, a skull with double white mustaches or yellow mustaches. It's like, why, dude? Like, again, this is the earliest we've seen him. Like, there's nothing about the crew that symbolizes the double yellow white mustache. Like, instead, Roger's main thing is the Straw Hat. Why is he not the Straw Hat crew? I don't. Because you know that people, when they see Roger, they're going to look at the Straw Hat and say, oh my god, it's Straw Hat Roger. It's Straw Hat.
Yeah. Hey, I
it doesn't make sense. It's got to be Bragman or something, or some sort of inspiration.
Yeah.
Some old man.
That's what I'm saying, guys. Go check out that video from now, like 2 years ago at this point, the Nami video. That guy on Roger's flag is a Bragman, 100,000%. It's something like that, and then I was kind of alluding to it in the cover story thing. The other part of that video is like it might be that person has a connection to Nami. Main thing is like
Boy.
It could like the thing is the main thing for me is that Roger's goal is to circumnavigate the globe, right? Like that's what he said to Whitebeard. He's like in order to be the greatest pirate crew, you need to circumnavigate the globe. But at that time, there's no Pirate King, there's no One Piece, there's nothing like that. So like Roger saying that to Whitebeard, the greatest. Yeah, let me pull up the exact quote. He goes, "If we can get there, we'll be the greatest pirate crew in the world in both name and fact." And just before that, he's talking about, and only by going there will the unprecedented circumnavigation of the globe be complete. And so he's saying that, but like to Whitebeard, that shit don't matter. Whitebeard wants it, to him being a great pirate is like being strong or being able to have a family and protect his like places, right? There's no like being the Pirate King doesn't mean getting the One Piece right now. So who is Roger's basis for this great pirate that needs to circumnavigate the globe? And that's where my point is. It's surely the guy that's on his flag, right? Like that would make the most sense. And it makes sense for like, where did Luffy get his straw hat? He got it from Shanks. Where does he base off his pirate hood from? It's from Shanks. Where does Shanks get his from? From Roger. It's like, so wouldn't it make sense that the person that, inspired Roger be the person, if it's not himself on his flag, then is the person who inspired him to be a pirate? And then, it's the whole point is that like, hey, there's someone else who has that same dream and ambition, and it would make sense if Oda connects the two. And the whole thing about that video, the end part of that video is like, there's not much to say about this, but if Bragman gets brought up in Elbaph, then there probably is a lot more to say to it. And then, flash forward to when Elbaph came out, then boom, we had Bragman being talked about, which, going back to the whole, seeing Roger at this time is also crazy, because I was laughing about the whole, like, he was sailing the seas at this point, minimum 20 years, and his ship had Gold D Roger plastered front and center. And you're telling me at the very end, after 20 years of wreaking havoc, his name was known, all this shit, they just put out Gold Roger, and they're like, that convinced the world somehow after 20 years with his name like this. So when, like, he's saying to Whitebeard, he's like, do you hear what the government's calling me? They call me Gold Roger. And Slaver's like, yeah, isn't that your name? And he's like, no, haha, it's Gold D Roger. It's up on my thing. Haven't you seen it, Whitebeard's like, shit, I can't read. Like, the fuck, bro? How has it been up there for that long? And that's, going back, like, the egg, the ship, the flag. There's so much about this that is kind of crazy when you put it into perspective. That this is 20 years before, at least. I think it's 21. Because if this is 44 years ago, I think the execution is 24 years ago, right? Or 25?
Yeah, 24.
So, about 20 years, right? So there's a lot
of things you gotta like kind of suspend disbelief on. Do you think that the government was also like speculating on the egg? Like, what the hell's going on with that thing?
Bro, they need their own theorists. Like, I'm surprised Vegapunk hasn't been put on this shit. Dude, where did the egg come from, and why is it hashed over 20 years? At that point, is it an egg?
I'd say so, yeah. It's like
how long? And
it's like Billy and the giant egg.
They just haven't been incubating it. That's why. Someone just needs to sit their ass on it.
Well, we don't know. It could be like a special egg out of Pokemon where it's like you need certain weather conditions. Like maybe they're looking for, I don't know, like a winter climate. Like,
they've been everywhere. They circumnavigate.
Well, maybe they just left the ship outside,
That's all their ship has been is outside. I don't think
no.
there's a garage
Like they're about to approach. They're about to approach a winter island, and they're like, "Quick, let's leave the ship off the coast."
Nah, bro. Like the thing is, I was going to see like, oh, they need to find like the sunstone. They need to. I'm like, they've been to Laughtail. They've been everywhere. Where haven't they been? They've been everywhere we've been and way more. Like at this point, I guess the only place we don't know that the Roger Pirates have been is Merdrois.
Yeah.
Which like the only place. Do know that carries on to memes. Like Roger goes fight the world government. Nah, let's get the bitches.
Yeah, that's a big meme, God. Dude. Just like, and people are saying, oh, but Roger doesn't really care about saving the world, and like, yeah, that's fair.
This
but
is 20-year-old Roger. That is different, but
yeah, and I think this also leads 30, us to like another thing as well, where like their whole goal at the very end was something different than what the Strats might go to, right? Rayleigh said, hey, like maybe you guys will choose a different path. Like for all we know, maybe Roger loves the Celestial Dragons. Like we have no clue, man. We have no clue.
They looked at the world Joy Boy like was going to make the Utopian. Like they were like, where the bad bitches at?
Yeah, Emu was like, hey Roger, don't fight us. I'll give you 10 women slaves. And then Roger's like, yes, Emu-sama.
He's speaking my language.
Maybe that's the reason why Roger defended the Celestial Dragons at God Valley. Garling's like, hey, Roger, look at all these picture of slaves I have.
That's where he found Rouge, maybe. Like, that's another question mark, right? I feel bad for Gloriosa for that, too, because she had, 20... Because God Valley's 38 years ago. Rouge was just after the One Piece. Roger saw some had to see some white supremacist type shit on One Piece. He goes, my kid has to be pure-blooded D. That's all it could be. That's what because that's the only he had to search out for Rouge for I don't know. Gloriosa's pretty awesome, right? Why not Gloriosa?
Yeah, I feel bad for Gloriosa, man. Like, imagine, just like, he could have her in the back of his pocket if he wanted. Like, Gloriosa's not bad looking, but I get it, right? I mean, he's true to his heart. He likes Shakky. I think it fits.
Yeah.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
That's almost poetic. So funny enough, people were talking about
your Shakespearean level side.
Oh
That's
yeah,
crazy.
dude, I'm with it. So people were saying that the Shakky intro, I think this might be a little bit of a reach. I love reaches, don't get me wrong. I think this is a little bit too much. But they're saying that the Shakky intro about flowers wilting and birds losing their song, that is a reference or a hint at crocodile. Because of the iconic cover page where it says woman's secret, and of course it's crocodile and birds playing in his stomach. That's not bad. I mean, I do think that cover page is hinting at something. I don't know if this is necessarily like a tie into that though, but it's not
hold
awful.
on, I'm confused.
What's
What would be the end point for the tie-in there? What are people trying to say with this?
I mean, there you know the crocodile is a girl theory. It's been floating around for I think over a decade now. Yeah, but it's just like crocodile is probably like a former Amazon Lily gal. Or
but it's not like
sort.
It's not like every Amazon Lily person is just Shakky, right? Like,
yeah, that's also true.
Crocodile's like,
yeah, I don't know what the time be with Shakky, but people are talking about it, man. I had to bring it up.
It would be crazy if Crocodile was Shakky and Rayleigh's kid.
How old is Crocodile? Is 46, so by this time he's actually 2 years old.
Shakky could already have a kid. Those are some childbearing hips from my point of view, you know?
I'd say so too.
Yeah.
So what did you think about the fight between Scopper and Roger versus Shakky? Is Shakky Pirate King level plus?
Nah, I'd lose too.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah.
Chance.
I mean, look at Roger's knees. He was like moving. He was, he's moving odd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not his best.
Funny enough, this isn't even like a Roger
it was a hard
thing.
fight.
You could say that Shakky, her presence is so intimidating that it makes all men just shake.
Yeah.
This isn't even Roger off his game. No. Shakky put him off his game.
Yeah, I was thinking a little bit, like she kind of openly said it to Rayleigh. She said, Rayleigh, it must be so hard for you. I think it was really hard for all of them. And the thing is, when that happens, the blood just is not circulating where it needs to go, You know
it's just all over the place. I feel bad for Gloriosa, man.
She's a bloodbender.
The scene where Roger's leaned up against the wall, and then Gloriosa's like, hey, Roger, I'm the one who likes you. You know that, right? And then he just says, out of the way, you're blocking Shakky. I was like, damn, dude, that's crazy. So the Navy ends up showing up and breaking up this whole encounter. And what's funny is that they're like, hey, we got to move quickly. Hurry up. Do not leave a single crumb behind on Roger's ship. And then Roger's crew is begging, please, let us keep some of the food. And it's like, dude, the treasure, sure. Giving women money. All right, I'm about it.
That's a pastime.
That's a pastime for me, brother. I'm over here dropping bans on these bitches online.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's self-admission right there.
But I respect it, some guys just get their rocks off like that. Why not, dude? Everybody has their vices. But food? You need food to survive, brother. Like, what would Zeph and Sanji say? Well, they'd probably just give it up, actually. Wait a minute. Would they? I don't know. Like, if they're hungry, I feel like Zeph and Sanji would be like, yeah, sure, why not? Women, too? Oh, my God,
fishing.
Women?
They could just go fishing. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Just figure it out.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
It looks like Roger was about to flee as well. And people were saying that's a Roger L. I don't agree with that. I feel like every pirate group runs from Marines, not because they can't win, But it's just like a needless battle, right? I remember earlier on in One Piece, they talked about it. They said, hey, we could fight the Marines, but backup is just going to come, and then we're just going to keep on fighting and fighting and fighting. So yeah, like I don't think this looks bad on Roger for wanting to leave initially. But of course, the minute they find out that it's Garp, they're like, okay, we got to crush him. Let's do this.
Yeah. I was confused at the beginning because I was like, wait, isn't it that he wants to set sail, but then once he realized it's not a no-named thing, it's Garp, he's like, wait, no, we're fighting Garp. Like, he was just like, I'm killing that guy.
Yeah, they got that rivalry going, man.
Yeah.
It's like Gary and Ash.
Like, he just like, I just don't want to kill like randoms. But I think what's even more funny is that he just got looted, right? If this was Rocks, or like, I think Roger would also do this too, because I feel like Shanks would do this. Is like, oh, we just got robbed by the Kuja pirates. Okay, let's just rob the Marines of their food. Like, I feel like that's what would be, and would be even better if they're like a no-name thing. And the thing is, like, that's Shanks was looting government ships, it didn't matter. So, I think that would be the only weird part I see from it, because like, you can't look at him like, oh, he was afraid or anything, because he literally goes, no, I want to fight Garp. Like, that's the opposite of what everybody else would be doing. They'd be Garp, oh no. But if it was really just a regular ship, they would go loot it, So
Garp, I can't believe he was a vice admiral at the time. I mean, I can believe it, but just it's so funny thinking that he never gets promoted, or he never wants to get promoted. Like, okay, if I was the fleet admiral or the top brass of the WG, I'd be like, what? I get it. Garp doesn't want to be under Celestial Dragon control. He wants to be his own guy. He wants to stay a VA, sure. But I'd make him a brand new title, just like a special title just for him, so he doesn't have to be like that guy from Naruto, the Eternal Genin. Like, nah, dude, like he's the Eternal VA. Like, I feel like Garp deserves like a special honorary title. Like what about Supreme Vice Admiral?
That's kind of sick. Supreme Vice Admiral is dope.
Yeah. See? Like, dude, come on.
I mean, they could also just do like a fleet Vice Admiral, right? Like a fleet Admiral of the something like,
what about
Vice President?
What about the Eternal VA?
No, that's kind of
yeah. That kind of just goes back to what I was criticizing.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
No, I was a little curious to know this situation, because it's like, oh, he went from Pirate Goldie Roger to future King of the Pirates, and then like it goes future Hero of the Marines, but like it's just kind of funny because as far as his actual like standing, it's just the same forever, no change for 44 years. I mean, and probably longer.
You could say the same thing for Roger. Like, he's still a pirate at the end of the day.
Yeah, but being king of the like that, like,
well, okay, and then he's hero of the Marines. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but okay, but being the hero of the Marines is not the same as becoming king of the pirates. They gave Kobe hero. He's now hero of the Marines. They're literally shouting his name out. He punched one island, bro. They called Smoker the hero of Alabasta. He didn't do shit.
Okay, for Kobe, that's like Garp's protege. Like, sure, give it to the student. Why not?
Yeah, but he's hero of the Rocky Port, and we know that shit's a lie too. Ain't no way. We've literally talked about this. We said that ain't no way. Blackbeard and Law were there, and Kobe pre.
I mean, to be fair too, Garp kind of has the same thing going, right? So Crocodile's the hero of Alabasta. He's not really the hero. Kobe's the hero of Rockyport, not exactly the hero. Garp is the hero of the Marines because of God Valley, but Garp himself doesn't like talking about God Valley, so we know there's more to it. That wouldn't make him look like a fraud, but there's more to it to where Garp wouldn't be proud of what happened there. Or like whatever he had to do. Right. Because, we got to remember, right? Garp initially went to God Valley to beat Roger. Rocks was nowhere on the agenda list. It was nowhere on the agenda list. But by the end of God Valley, we heard from Sengoku that Garp and Roger apparently teamed up, protected Celestial Dragons, and beat Rocks. Is that the full story? Definitely not. But that's what we're going off of right now. And if that's what Garp did, if Garp actually protected those guys and, he had a help Roger, and if Roger did like a lot of the carrying or yada yada, like we don't know what went down. But at the end of the day, Garp isn't proud of it.
Yeah.
Which might kind of suck, right? People call you the hero, but you know you're not the hero deep down. You know you're not him. Like imagine
point, right?
you, for example, right? Like I'm sure you watch like Bollywood films, but like imagine you look like an actor out of Bollywood, and they're like, oh my god, give me like a name. You know a couple of actors off the top of your head. Give me a name.
I don't. No, I don't know any of them.
Okay, so since you're lying to me,
wait, no, hold on. You've been making plenty of thumbnails using some of those actors, huh? You should not. You should know a few, though, shouldn't you?
The most popular Indian actor right now is Prabhas. What if somebody says that you are Prabhas, and you're like, yeah, that's me, but deep down you know you're not him.
Hey, that's a few letters off of my name. That's kind of crazy.
It kind of is, actually. Wow. Damn, you're like his cousin or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's where we go. Oh, we're cousins. Oh, okay.
Just get like hella racist, like, Par, gotcha.
I see what temperature we're at.
Yeah, so I had to do it to you. You know what they say? They always say that. Yeah.
Midnight recordings. I see the new.
Yeah, midnight recordings. I rip off the Band-Aid. Funny enough, for the first time ever, I got limited ads on YouTube on one of my videos for racial remarks.
Like a review?
Yeah.
What? It
wasn't me. Okay, so at first I was like, man, what did I say? And then I looked. It was actually because of Jay. I did a collab with JD Legend, and he said something, and then YouTube had like to manually review it. They're like, wait a minute, this is a little bit too racially charged. I was like, whoa.
Oh, like you said the N-word?
No, he said something else. I cut it out already, though. Just to like circumvent YouTube's policy, but they still got me. I'm like, damn it, dude. Sucks.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's no big deal, but I thought that was really funny. I've never seen that before. Yeah. I thought it was me at first. I was like, oh no, like what did I say?
I had that on shorts, but it was really funny because I
what
still
did you
have the
say?
short up. No, I didn't say anything. Oh, I was confused. I was like, wait, did I say something? But it's because my thumbnail was just like Nami in that the volleyball scene, and it's just like her boobs are out.
Straight clean,
and they put limited on that one. And I didn't, because I just posted and I walked away, and I was like, "The hell? Why did this one get dropped?" And then I just like changed the thumbnail. I'm like, oh wow, they actually censor. And this is like 2 years ago, so it's like,
yeah, YouTube's getting
kind of interesting,
kind of strict.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking about strict,
what do you think about this clash?
That's why I was saying the hero of the Marine things is like, that's like King of the Pirates. Or that one's not a good example, but the other titles like Whitebeard, those are all things that they're proud of. Garp isn't proud of that title, and he's just the vice admiral still. And I agree with you with the other title thing, but it's almost eerie, especially now that we know an admiral died. I'm not gonna put conspiracy, but going back to what Sengoku said, Sengoku said that. Let me actually just pull up the exact thing. 957. He goes, and it was about Garp and how like his accolades and stuff like that. Oh yeah. So this is what they say. It says, so he just went through the whole like, oh, we have to work with pirates, and then he goes, the other reason is that he protected celestial dragons in doing so. Huh? Where do celestial dragons come in? And then the people are like, shouldn't it be a sailor's duty to protect celestial dragons? And then he goes, his personal moral compass spares no room for such a duty. The reason Garp has always refused to take an admiral position is because it would place him directly beneath the celestial dragon's command. It's only his accomplishments and stature that keep him from being eliminated for his insubordination. Eliminated is bolded. And like now, that we know that admiral died. I'm not saying that my theory or whatever of like that person was probably killed by the world government, but just now looking back at them, like, yikes, like that's what. So if Garp didn't have the accolades of God Valley, which is also ironic because that the world government gave him the title then, right?
Yeah.
Like so.
Or the
it's
people.
kind of like that.
Maybe like somebody
title
said it,
saved him.
and then they're like, oh, like everybody's rallying behind this title. I guess we have to make it official.
True. So then it might be. It could have been like whoever there had Roger's back. They're like, okay, like Garp will die in the future if I don't give him this title. Like that would actually be cracked if we find out that another Marine gave.
That could be Kong's biggest contribution to the story if it was him. Ooh,
True.
Monkey D. Kong. Okay, wait, real quick. Do you think he actually is Monkey D. Kong, or do you think he's just Kong?
It's probably King D. Kong, bro. Like, no, I don't know. Donkey Kong?
Yeah. Oh, imagine his name is literally Donk.
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 No, he's
Kong.
Don Quixote. He's Don
my
Quixote,
God.
but it's just a different family. It's just
Yeah.
like he's not related.
Dude, that'd be so stupid. Yeah, I mean, as far as him being like a distant relative of Luffy, like I don't think that's awful. I just feel like if that was the case, we'd probably hear about it already. Like, it feels too late in the game to like introduce a random uncle who we still question the existence of, and then not just that, but just Donkey Kong is like right there, and we know how big Nintendo is in Japan, brother. Like Nintendo, I played Donkey Kong Bonanza earlier today. It's like, yeah, they're everywhere, bro.
Listen, if we go down that route, I need it to be that Kong's rivals were Mario and Luigi. I need it to be that the Kuja Pirates before that was Peach, and it would fit with the flowers.
It would.
Rosalina and Peach, and that's Donkey Kong's deal.
And this would really tie back into a popular theory we talked about a long time ago too, about Robin having like a brother who's a celestial dragon named Saint Nicholas.
Yeah, we thought of, yeah.
I mean, you heralded the theory on your channel, guys. Check it out on Par's channel. Saint Nicholas is gonna pop in any minute
on my
now.
channel. Did you say it on the stream or did you say it on the Parcast?
I mean, I think you say it everywhere you can.
Oh, right. It's like Recycle Car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out, guys. Robin's brother, Saint Nick, is gonna come out, and he's gonna be so scary.
Oh yeah.
I think there will be a Saint Nick though. Saint Nick is just a slam dunk, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Ethan, we have Jay, we have like what, Mars. It's like, come on, give us a Nick.
Yeah. Just go like, because also they're like mute. Some of them like people are saying Jay Garcia's like musically tied. We have like Saint Nick Jonas. Like have the Jonas brothers.
Isn't Nick Jonas dead?
What? No.
I'm sorry. I just remember like talking about like one of the Jonas brothers the other day, and like they passed away.
No, that was One Direction.
Oh, they're different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's my bad. I'm not like good with boy bands.
Yeah, you're only good with Nikkei releases of girls.
That's crazy.
The game. You said you spent $1,000 on girls and thing, and people know that it's the e-girl game thing.
I've never done that. I've never said that in my life.
What? Wait. Oh. Yeah, Sai's never said that in his life. He's right.
Yeah, come on. That's just slanderous.
Sorry. Whoops.
Whoopsies. So when we get the clash, in my opinion, it looks like they've done this like 1,000 times. It looks like they're hanging out. It's like they're greeting. It's like them saying hello. Mm-hmm. At first, I thought Roger hit Garp with the back of his blade, but no. Apparently, Roger sliced through Garp.
I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. I honestly don't. People are saying like, "Par, how do you not see it?" And I get it. There's an impact line there. But I'm just like, so is Garp a ghost? Like what? Like
he's like Madara or Toby. Like the blade phased through Garp.
Yeah, like
okay, that's what I was saying. Like I thought it was the back of the blade.
It's either the back of the blade, or if people really want this to make sense, right? And they think that backslash over there and where Roger's sword ends makes sense, where it's like it's just a cut around his stomach. No, I'm sorry, that's not how the sword, if it went through him from there, it would have cut straight through Garp. Like the only way would be if Roger like swung like like that, and it went past him and hit him on the left side of his body, and it's grazed him. But it also doesn't look like that either. And also, I don't know why he would swing like that. Like, it's super weird, honestly. I was very confused when I saw this.
Okay,
I was like,
I'm
okay,
glad you
so
were
like,
too.
Roger was giving him mercy, but he's also bleeding out the mouth. Like, I don't know. I think the angle's just off. This might be a volume edit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we might change this up a little bit. But also, my thing, I said this, and I didn't know like people were fighting about this. I didn't realize the error of my ways. I didn't realize people were like arguing who's stronger, Garp or Roger, which I mean, I think they're pretty much equal here. But yeah. I was like, oh yeah, Roger probably used the back of the blade. They're probably good friends at this point. And then people were like, oh, so you think Roger's holding back against Garp? It's like, like, I mean, guys, they could be, I mean, it's a friendly clash, right? Like, this isn't like them trying to kill each other. Like, they're going all out, but they're not trying to, like, end their lives over here, right? Like, Roger entrusts Garp with his son later. Like, they're friends. Like, yeah, like, I get that they're pirates and marines. They have to fight, but that's what that is. Like, it's a nice clash. They're trying to get one up on the other, but they're not, like, I don't know, trying to send them to like a watery grave. My God.
Yeah, guys, don't you remember when Luffy put Kobe's face in the ground? He wanted to kill his ass. Like,
yeah, it's like, think about Luffy's fights. I mean, Luffy hasn't even killed anybody in the series. And it's like, and that's something I talked about too. It's like, well, Kobe's a great example, right? Like, Luffy's going to fight Kobe. If Kobe's at that level, Luffy's going to use Gear 5th, but Luffy's not going to start choking Kobe out and like, like getting the white of Kobe's eyes. It's like, guys, like, they're friends at the end of the day. Like, Roger's not going in for a kill shot. And then you could probably say the same with Garp too. Garp isn't going to pull a white Zetsu and, throw his hands in between his heart. Like, it's not the case here. And then it's not slanderous to say that either on Roger or Garp. It's like, no, it's very obvious that this is different than, like all the other clashes we've seen. Like, they're friendly here. I mean, look at Roger's face.
I'm imagining, right, like Garp and Roger, they do this clash 1,000 times, and then just one of those days, one of the dark days, Roger has no idea Garp just lost, I don't know, his daughter in childbirth because Luffy was born. He doesn't know Garp, and then instead of going for the clash, Garp just chokes Roger out.
Yeah, I don't get why that was such a hot take statement from me. Like, I feel like, and if the thing is, like, if they killed each other, I like to imagine it'd be the same thing as, like, Dory and Brogy on Little Garden, where they probably start crying later. They're like, well, there goes my friend.
Yeah.
Like, because Brogy, quote, killed Dory for a moment, and then he was just sitting there crying. He's like, and they're like, oh, shouldn't you be happy you won? And he's like, well, you wouldn't really understand. He didn't want to kill Dory, believe it or not, despite their 100-year duel. He didn't want to kill his best friend. There's
just something funny. Because now I'm just imagining Dory and Brogy just choking. There's like fuck the shonen shit. And they just start choking each other. Because like now I'm thinking about it, right?
Going in for kill shots
doesn't really happen. Like when I thought about it, I was like, in One Piece, I'm thinking Kaido Momo. And I'm like, that's the difference between like a diss fight and a chokehold. It's almost like not shonen-esque to do that. And you're right, that would be like, yeah, I'm trying to kill your ass, right?
Yeah, Luffy choking Kobe would just be so funny though.
Yeah. You damn marine.
Yeah, you dirty marine. And then, I mean, I've heard decent arguments. Like, I think one guy said, oh, but, it's disrespectful to hold back. It's like, no, you can go all out and not go for lethal, like use lethal blows, right? Like, that's a thing.
Yeah. Which is why I was like...
It's like Luffy. Luffy goes all out every single time, but he doesn't go for, like, kill shots.
And another example was what I was saying in the cover art thing with Sanji Zoro. I was like, the type of mad they are is like beyond them like seriously fighting. They look like they're about to kill somebody, and they usually don't kill each other because they're still alive, right? Like, so it's it is interesting. I would like, as far as they're equal. I don't think that like you could really base too much off of this. I don't even think this is meant to be that serious either.
Yeah, I don't think it's
especially for the fact
serious.
that like Roger's wart thing bruise that he got from Shakky's magically gone and healed. Like this isn't that serious. I think the text also aids like how serious of a moment this is. Like wilting flowers, people fighting each other. Oh, no one could speak of this era without mentioning them right after talking about Roger, Garp, and Rocks. Which I think my question mark is like, I just feel like, and this might surprise people, but like I just feel like Rocks is probably stronger than them, right? I feel like it's probably,
Right now, I think so. Yeah.
yeah. I feel like Rocks is, I'm not gonna say head and shoulders, but I feel like maybe I'm giving too much grace to like his strength or his age, because I just feel like because he's older in this like active time, I feel like if he were here, they would be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So it is kind of funny that like Roger, Garp, and Rocks are mentioned, three who would be spoken of as legends in the Great Pirate era, right? We're not mentioning Whitebeard, I guess. We're not mentioning the others, but we are mentioning those three. This is all obviously build up for like rock stuff too, anyways, right? So this is like the foundation. Yeah. That's why we needed this. We need to put Rocks in context. Where were Roger and Garp, right? Like that's basically why we got this. And then as soon as we got Roger and Garp on the screen, we pivot off of it. So that tells you how much of a focus Oda gave to that. It is literally just to give us context on the big three of the time, I guess.
The big three. It would be really cool if they added in like a fourth person. Like imagine they're like, oh yeah, Roger, Garp, Rocks, and Hisoka. Those are the legends spoken about in this era. Like they just name slip like a rando out of nowhere. Not even like Hisoka, right, from Hunter x Hunter, but imagine they put in Light Yagami.
It kind of, because like Sengoku should be in the mentionables, right?
I think Sengoku, yes, but he's not like the hero of the Marines.
Yeah, but like
imagine they put in
Sengoku's a vice
Jiao.
Admiral. If Garp is a vice admiral, Sengoku's a vice admiral. 100%.
Yeah, and then if you want to argue for Sengoku, you could say Suru too.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Okay, let's name every prominent character: Roger, Garp, Rocks, Whitebeard, for Garland, Garling. Like just list every single person known to mankind at that point.
I'm just saying it's funny because they're like Roger, Garp, and Rocks, three, and I'm like, Garling and them, they're not mentionable, but like it's kind of funny because like Sengoku ended up becoming the admiral, the fleet admiral, all this stuff, and it's like he wasn't one of the legends and whatever. And I am curious. I want to see Suru, because shouldn't Suru be like Kuja pirate level?
Yeah, but she's like a woman.
So are the Kuja pirates?
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm like rewatching Naruto right now, and I forgot how dirty they do a lot of the women, dude.
Yeah. I mean, the best, Shikamaru's girl, right? Tamari, right? Is that her name?
Yeah.
No,
in
not
the Final
Tamari.
War, she doesn't really do much, but yeah, that's Shikamaru's girl, Tamari. She just tries to attack Madara a couple of times, or not Madara, the Raikage, and she's like, "Well, this isn't working. I'm the strongest wind user here." It's like, damn, dude.
But I feel like of all the girls, she got the best, like normal.
I'd say Tsunade did.
Normal girls.
Oh, normal girls, yeah, definitely her. Ino, dude, up until her dying breath, but she's not dead. But Ino does nothing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 10-10, your girl, she's not even like present.
Hinata does. She has a moment, but like, it's just like,
yeah,
I
it's
love
a fart in the wind
moment. Yeah.
Sakura gets some good scenes in the end, but it's like, it's kind of crazy, like upscaling her to like,
her best scene was in Boruto.
Biju, Naruto, and Rinnegan Sasuke. It's like, hey, here's Sakura joining in on the fight. It's like, that's cool, like Team 7, but it's not like believable per se.
I just can't believe her best scene in Naruto's in Boruto when she fights that like a random Sharingan guy, the little brother thing.
I don't exactly remember. I didn't watch like Boruto.
Basically baby from it's basically baby from Dragon Ball GT, where it's like a clone. Yeah, it's like and he has the Sharingan, and then Sakura goes there and clears that. You're like, wait, what? I know Sakura is strong, but like now. That's kind of like, it's like, here the best sequence of her life is in Boruto. Like,
Sakura got a good moment with Sasori. I think Sasori versus Sakura was good, but that's like the beginning of Shippuden, and then obviously like by the end of Shippuden, like it kind of wears off. It's like, oh yeah, Lee and Gar was a great fight in OG Naruto, but after a while, it's like, well, it's been like a couple of years. You know, we can't really hang on that too hard.
Really good. It's just the problem, like you said, it's at the beginning of Shippuden, so it's like intro
stuff. But yeah, I love Naruto. A lot of flashbacks though, man. Non-stop flashbacks. I gotta keep that remote strapped on me, just skipping all the filler. So anyways, back to One Piece.
Back to useful women.
Yeah, back to useful women. We see Shakky, and Oda's been doing this thing with Amazon Empresses, and I just don't know what it is exactly. But that black sand behind her, what is that?
Oh,
we see that for her.
Crocodile?
Shut up. What's funny is that we see this with Gloriosa earlier in the chapter, and for Boa Hancock, we had this in the latest Boa Hancock chapter 2, when she talks about wanting to go see Luffy. And it's like, like at first, when it was just Boa Hancock, I did think Crocodile. I was like, Cross Guild coming over here. She's wondering where to go. Sure, why not? But now that I see it for like all three of the women, it's like, wait, what is Oda cooking here? Is that just like love pheromones? The aura of the Empress?
Bro,
like what is
clue.
that?
It might as well just be Gaara at this point. Like, I don't know. All I do know is that that's not easy for them to draw. Like, that is a choice. That is the definite choice, right? Because like, I'm pretty sure they've talked about the sand, like crocodiles being very annoying to
like all the black dots.
Manga. Yeah. So as far as that goes, someone's a little frustrated with the, hey Oda, why do we have to put the black sand in this one? Can we just do the white background? Like, no, it has to be crocodile rage bait. Come on, guys.
That would be nuts if they're like, hey, it's a Kuja pirate chapter, and then one guy in the office just starts crying. Like, no, not the Kuja pirates, please.
Oda has a quota. He's like, every time Kuja comes on, we have to rage bait crocodile into this somehow to get the analytics up on Twitter. Like, some annoying ass shit. Cause I don't know, Sai, what is the black sand? So that we read 1100 chapters. Like, sand, who other is this? Is she Nefertari? Like, I don't know. Is it supposed to be that
have
Lily?
You heard
oh yeah, could it be that?
No, well, have you heard the popular theory that Crocodile used to be a woman?
Oh, that's a good one. Wait, who
I don't know if you've heard this one before, Par.
Was that your friend?
Yeah, my friend told me this one.
Oh, I started One Piece a few years ago on the live action. And in the live action, Crocodile started off as a girl, so I always was confused when I started reading the manga, and then ended up being a guy. Crazy.
Oh yeah, I forgot the live action did that. They did make Crocodile a girl, huh? They like, and then Oda's there, so it's like only. Kind of a soft confirmation. Which I wonder, when we get Crocodile in the live action, are they going to change the actor?
Wait, isn't season 2 out?
I don't know. Season 2, dude. It's not out yet.
Yeah, it can't be out. People would be talking to
season 2 Crocodile actor. Has they? Wait. Yeah, wait. They casted Crocodile. Joe Manganiello. Wait,
then who was the first one?
Yeah, wait
was that just Rage Bait? That was Rage Bait.
I mean, there was a girl who looked like Crocodile in season 1. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, meant like it's been 20 years, so what they're saying it's after the fact, right? That's what. Saying.
And then plus at Roger's execution in the manga,
it was from
Crocodile is the only warlord that we did not see the face of. We only saw the back of their head.
Yeah.
So that's why people are
Right.
saying, like, during Roger's execution, Crocodile was a girl, and then current day Crocodile. I mean, I do believe in that theory. I don't think it's as crazy as, like, Croco Mom or anything like that, but
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like, and then the people who don't like the theory, you got to explain why Crocodile has, like, some sort of big secret with Ivankov that Crocodile is going to kill Ivankov over. Like, I mean, there's something there. Like, if you want to disprove this theory, sure, but you'd have to, like, explain the Ivankov plotline.
It would be crazy if it's not Croco Mom, it's not Croco Woman, it's Crocoma, and she is this Trtoma person. And then the reason why she died is that, but like you said,
Crocodile.
Wait, how old is Crocodile?
46.
46.
So he would be 2 right here, so it doesn't fit.
Yeah. Unless, like, we're also doing what is it? It's called, like, age
Manipulation.
Yeah, like people who say that they're 40 years old, but they're like, I am 12. Like, you've seen those videos?
Yeah, I've seen those videos.
Yeah. So it could be that. It could be that. It's One Piece, right?
Yeah.
Sky's the limit with the possibilities. Like, the sand is either Crocodile or it's Alabasta, and the thing is, both all of them connect kind of weirdly. Nefertari Lily, Amazon Lily. Is that the rundown where it's like Amazon Lily's like matriarch in the Void Century who created all of this was Lily? And that's why they get the sand thing, because, like, the empresses are all descendants of Nefertari. Like, is that what it is? Like, in the flower name? Or is it because Oda's like, oh, even though Crocodile is 2, his sands of time persist?
Yeah,
like,
the Trtoma theory doesn't make sense. TLDR.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that part doesn't make sense. But then also, like, the association of this sand and Crocodile would be weird, because it's like, it's not like Crocodile's like alive to the point where he has his devil fruit here to associate that with Crocodile. So, like, yeah, that's where it's like, I don't know what the sand's about, but maybe it's Alabasta coded. That's the only other place that we know really with sand, right?
Yeah, like I said, love pheromones. That's all I can really think of.
Oh, it's because they're. Oh no, I can't say it. It's because sand reminds us of beaches, and that's like in like a accent, like beaches and their beaches, That's why Oda.
So, anyways, we're going on, and we see Elbaph. No. We have Ida, Harold, Loki hired in. They're kind of just chilling. The hottest beach. And Loki tried to set sail. Didn't exactly work. He tried his damnedest, but of course, he doesn't know how to use a boat. Ended up drowning in the ocean for a little bit. They brought him back, and now we have the whole thing where they're like, hey, why don't you live with Ida? And he's like, no, she's a whore.
Well, that's not what he said.
Well, he called her a gold digger.
That's very different. That's just his mom. He's just saying, you're just like my mom, aren't you?
Oh.
Yeah. His mom was a gold digger. It's an endearing term. Also, this chapter desensitizes the insult he said to Hiredin. He said, your mom's dirty-blooded, right? But then we find out he says, I'm sick of this goddamn country. Every single one of you is weak and dirty. And so now it's like, oh, like him saying dirty-blooded isn't that insulting anymore, because he just called it Harold dirty. He just called everyone dirty. That word has the insult is like meaningless at that point, right? So it's like, that is an important thing. But I gotta ask you, right? Does Loki not know how to swim?
I don't think he does.
Like Odin did the same thing, but he didn't drown. He sunk like 20, 40 ships or something, and he just made it back. And he's like, shit, my ship sunk. Like, Loki doesn't know how to swim. And I was like, wait, like Ida's berating this guy for like almost killing him. I'm like, if he could kill Loki, that's a feat. Day one, Loki climbed up, killed bears, and he drowns? Like, does Loki not know how to swim, or did he eat a devil fruit? Like, what is happening? Like, why does he not know how to swim?
It could be because of his eyes, even.
Oh, that would be kind of crazy. Devil fruit swimming, or does he not know how to swim, or is his eyes make it so that he's too stupid to learn how to swim? Like, what's the deal here?
I mean, if his eyes give him powers, maybe that's a reason why he can't swim.
Oh, so like his eyes are like pseudo devil fruits. They just randomly have a water nerf. We give you the eyes of Heimdall, but you have
seen weird things in One Piece.
You can't swim, just like a devil fruit thing. That'd be interesting. I was just like, wait, like, why did they show him out? Because like, like, I just want to, we're in a series where the major power system centralizes around a weakness, where the people who have that thing means that they can't swim. When a character can't swim, it's largely associated to having a devil fruit. And outside of that, it's like, yeah, there's like, swimming in the ocean or being in like a waterfall and he can't swim. Like, but this one's like a little bit different. It's just like he's just like off the coast and he can't make it back when he's like climbed like miles of like as a 1 day old, like, and he can't swim. It's like maybe he accidentally ate a devil fruit,
Yeah, maybe
it wouldn't be the
like
first time.
A Rocks D Xebec thing, like Rocks came over, had a devil fruit, Loki ate it to further like parallel Luffy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be like the first time per se. And the thing is, Harold is like so not in his life. Like, what would he really know about, right? Like Robin also was a character that had a devil fruit before we got introduced to her as like whatever 8-year-old. She already had a devil fruit. Where did she get that from? Yamato literally was a character that was like, I accidentally ate it. Momo as a kid accidentally ate it, so out of starvation, both of them, I'm pretty sure. So Loki, maybe there's something like that. Maybe he accidentally ate it.
Yeah. And people might be wondering, but guys, we heard that Loki ate the legendary devil fruit. Well, that day is all into question right now. Like, we don't know if he actually ate a devil fruit that day. So this could explain why people think he ate the legendary devil fruit. In reality, it's just a fruit he had already.
Yeah. Yeah. It would honestly be really funny. It'd be like such a kid thing to do too. Like you broke something, right? Like as a kid. And it's like, shit, my dad's gonna be super pissed. So what do? You put like some makeshift thing to like, oh, he's not gonna notice. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be good. And then it's like your stupid kid version is very obviously not the like any adult would look through it. But it's like if it's a fruit and nobody really knows about it, it's like,
yeah,
maybe it could pass. I don't know. It could be something funny like that. Or if it was in a box. If it was in a box and you put it, no one opens the box after mad long. It's kind of like the National Treasure in Fishman Island, right? Where it's like they took out all the pills and then they put explosives in it, and then Big Mom's has the National Treasure. Ooh, we got it, and then it just explodes. Like, it could be something like that, where someone took all the pills out, the National Treasure of Fishman Island. We're talking about the legendary National Treasure of Elbaph. And then it gets replaced with something else, and it's not the fruit anymore. That'd be kind of funny. It would kind of be parallel with Fishman Island too.
Yeah, it could be. I feel like parallel pieces going pretty hard right now. Like you said, Luffy was drowning, Loki was drowning. Like, it could all honestly fit.
Yeah.
So it's funny that Ida's like, hey, Loki, you want to live with us? And it's like, man, if only Ida was there day one, like right after Estrid died. If only she was there and asked that question. Yeah, we're so close. Yeah. So close to good timeline Loki, but of course it's kind of too late now. Like, he's already raided the village several times. Like, yeah, it's probably like after his first village attack, maybe do it then, but right now probably not.
Yeah, a little too late.
A little too late. A little too late.
Yeah.
So
but it's also funny because it's apparent that Ida has tried a little bit before, because he goes, I'm on to you, Ida. You're just acting all motherly, so we'll let you move into the castle, aren't you? Which is really it's kind of funny, like, to be that, like,
suspicious.
Like, Yeah. It's like almost like I'm getting a lot of Game of Thrones clips on my YouTube Shorts recently, and it's just like there's like a scene with like Arya Stark with like Tywin Lannister, and he like suspects her of being like highborn because like the way she speaks, she has a nice sword. Like you can kind of tell like the way Loki's thinking. He's like, this is some rich ass kid problem. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he's
she's
like,
after my
you're
money.
yeah, you have ulterior motives because you just want to move in with us. You're tired of your broke ass apartment, aren't you? Like it's like, damn, you're like 6, kid. You know, it's like, well, at this point, Loki's like 20, right?
Loki, yeah, probably about 20 years old.
Yeah. This is 20-year-old Loki right here. Yeah, shout out.
It's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
So another thing I got to ask about Ida here. Do you think this furthers up the fact, the theory, that Mosa is Ida? Or does this bring it down?
Someone did say that. Hey, I mean, I still like going back to the mindset that I had when I first thought about it, because this was the chapter before people seriously thought about it. Because when I thought about it, I was not being serious. I was memeing. I was like, yo, you know how funny it would be if Loki's been booty calling Hiredin's mom, and he's been
that's just so
big
odd.
lil broing. He's been lil broing Hiredin in so many, and now he's his stepdad too. Like that's where I was at before that. And then the next chapter came out, and it became serious. I was like, oh shit, wait, hold on. And then obviously I'm not thinking about it that way anymore. But like, because also for me, obviously not from like a very serious standpoint, but like a certain element of the calls between Mosa and Loki, it was like whether there's like romance, there's like serious care from Loki's side. And so I was like, on a serious note, I was like, oh, this would be kind of crazy because like, mommy problems, whatever, Ida would make sense. But like at the time we didn't have that. So I was just like, yo, he's gonna be hired in stepdad too. And then like because of that, when people say like Ida's the most a thing, I can't think of it in the serious way that I think most people are thinking about it. I always make fun of it first, but as far as it goes, I feel like it could fit. I don't know. We don't know where Ida is. Ida seems like a character that, as far as like a character that would never give up on Loki, she's demonstrating that. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter how terrible Loki will be, Ida is seemingly like the character that will always be like, hey, like you just had a rough time, you know what I mean? Like she's literally like, you're just a gold digger. What happened last chapter? And then I forget. And then she's also always like, oh, you're being so cute. And it's like, that's not what's happening, Ida. I don't really see it that way, right?
Yeah.
I do remember though, I think the translators were saying like at first they were like, no, it can't be Ida based off the way they speak. But then they were like, there is like each one, Ida, Estrid, and Mosa, they all said like something, they referred to someone else in the same way. They all used the same word. So there, I don't know. I feel like Ida for Mosa could make sense. Calling it Shaggy though, that's a little that
I mean, we don't know if that's like a nickname per se, or if like that's actually Mosa's name, by the way. Like we're assuming it's a nickname because Loki's very much like Luffy, but there is a good chance that Mosa's just their actual first name. And then another thing with Mosa is that Mosa mentioned that Loki mentioned that they've never met face to face. So it's like it'd be really odd if like Mosa was Ida. And then people are like, oh, but Ida could just be lying. And it's like, well, I mean, why lie at that point? Like, I don't get it. And then, going back to what you said about like how Mosa doesn't talk like Ida as well. I believe what they said is that Mosa, Ida, and Estrid, they all share, like, if you were to put Ida and Estrid together, you would kind of get somebody who talks like Mosa. But yeah. I mean, it's still different at the end.
Yeah.
And with the way Ida's been shown so far, I can't imagine her being that timid most that we've been seeing. And then of course like the meme of like the whole mom thing too. That's kind of funny. But yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
no-
this chapter brings me down on the Mosa Ida theory. I'm not like heavy on it. I was never like super heavy on it to begin with, just because of the memes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I'm
feel like this
kinda
would
like-
definitely put a kill shot to it.
I'm you with Ange, where you were like, you were on it at, like with a certain, like
It's still gonna happen.
it made you laugh at the start, and that's why you went with it. And then from then on, people kept tacking on like this chapter, and at a certain point, you were like, guys, I forgot about like even checking. That's not even like anytime I see Ange now, I don't even think about it. Right? For me, I'm kind of like that with Ida and the Mosa thing, where my only reason at the moment to look at that theory is because if that is the case, I'm the first person screaming on the rooftop, yo, Loki is Hayurin's stepdad. That is crazy. Like, he is, because how much more can you like bully Hayurin? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I just don't know. And then
Call
the whole
your
thing
mom
about
dirty
like,
blooded and then bed her. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm joking, but like,
and then like Mosa saying like, hey, like, I gotta go. That thing happened again. It's like, what could Ida potentially be talking about? Did she actually get captured by the celestial dragons? Is she up at the Holy Land? Is she here in Elbaph? Like, there's so many things we have to answer with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of tough. Kind of tough.
Yeah.
Like, and if
I mean,
it is
hey, could've been
Ida, like,
Ida.
Ida would have to go through like some crazy trauma. Like, I think a way it could work is if she gets taken by celestial dragons and she gets beaten so badly that she created an alternate personality called Mosa. Like, that is the only way for me where that could work.
I was gonna say, you remember that mystery character that we saw in the crypt behind Harold, like the treasure room?
Yeah.
That mystery character could have been Ida, and then Ida went on like a kind of like a Toki-esque adventure off of Elbaph trying to protect the treasure, and then like, I don't know, something like that, and then she died. Not died, but like you said, like some traumatic thing. Maybe Celestial Dragons, the Holy Knights chased after her, something like that. Maybe it was maybe that's what it was, and now she's been reserving her powers, and now that Emu has left the sanctuary, it's time for Ida to rise.
And then Ida's also the man marked by flames because she was burned on a daily basis by celestial dragons.
And
like,
burned so
time
much.
to put my cigarette butt out. Ida, get over here. Stick your tongue out.
And she was burned so much that no one can even tell that she's not a guy. Or not, yeah. So they call her the man marked by flames.
Yeah.
But it's even crazier because she's just a girl.
Yeah, and I'm partially joking, but I'm partially like, yeah, like if Ida did go through like crazy torture to where she created an alternate personality, yeah, sure, I think she could be Mosa then. I just don't see this Ida being like she would have to change.
Sai's like, yo, if you guys want your theories to be true, she got to be fucked up worse than Ginny, bro. Like, that's what's gotta happen. Yeah. You need some guilt to sorrow wife type stuff.
I mean, I think that'd be a good plot point for King Harold. It could explain why, King Harold bends the knee to the WG so hard later on, maybe because they have Ida. Ooh, they kidnapped her. Now, if you want your girl back, you'll have to listen to us. And all the meanwhile, Ida's being like tortured, beaten. Like, I think it could work.
Wait, Sai, I thought the Celestial Dragons treat their hostages well.
Yeah, this is a grown
especially
woman.
ones to hold Elbaph in check. I thought the hostages that they would keep.
This one's a little bit different.
Oh, okay.
Different negotiation, different outcomes.
The king's wife is very different than random children.
Yeah, you got it now. Thank you, Par, for using your head.
Yeah. The crown prince, the heir to the throne, his mom is no big deal.
I mean, is she a mom or is she just a dirty gold digger, Par? Come on.
That doesn't. She's still the mom. What the fuck?
I don't know about that.
She could be the gold digger, but she's still the mom. What the fuck?
I don't know about that.
Sign the
Revoke
title.
the title.
Show me the birth certificate.
Yeah, show me the birth certificate. So, we cut over to Hachinosu, and we see that, the rock is looking kind of bare. Doesn't exactly look like a skull yet. We see a guy walking around, though. He's in a hood. He's got the red X's for eyes. He looks really freaking cool already. He's got all the aura going on. And some guy kicks him saying, hey, this is the League of Evil. Well, you better get out of here. You're not going to make it up to Rocks and his gang. And then he takes off the hood, and that character was actually Kyo, Silverax, the Yakuza, wicked outlaw, whatever translation you want to go with. It's him, the Hitman. And what's interesting about this, I didn't even pay attention to it, but they said that, and I see it, by the way, but when the guy kicks him, Kyo is like normal sized.
Yeah.
But after he gets kicked, he gets a lot bigger. They're like, wait, is this Aruja's devil fruit? Is that what's happening right here? And I don't think that's bad. I think that's a very solid theory.
Yeah. Someone commented. I was about to bring that up too. Let's see who commented. Oh yeah, the person super chatted on the thing on the comment section. Ajit, just wanted to shout them out because that's where I saw that. I didn't even need to look back at it because I remembered that like the guy was smaller. That's how on point that observation was. It's so subtle. But then this is the first time I'm looking at it since that comment, and now seeing it, it's like, yeah, there's no doubt. Like this guy, same height as the guy who kicked him, and you can't argue it's perspective. Where he literally is kicking him, so they are same size. And then the next panel, his fist is the size of his head, like bigger his torso. Like that makes no sense. So, Yoruja's devil fruit. That's like almost the only. I mean, I'm not gonna say only, but like, I'm with it. You know, that one makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good theory. I give that a gold star.
Yeah.
Yeah, massive Wkowski. I love his design though. Somebody said he looks like Zephyr. I kind of see that. He kind of feels like Douglas Bullet in a way. Just big burly guy, crazy fist, forearms, and everything. Guy's a maniac. Apparently, he's also Shikky's rival, which I don't even. I mean, sure, like, is this guy? If he's Shikky's rival, is this guy from Wano?
Yeah, it's okay. So like, people are also bringing this up. I think a few people like super chatted the X, and like they're like, is this Drake? And like they were saying that, but then I was also I completely dismissed it because like X Drake, whatever. Yeah. This guy looks like he's from Wano. He's like Shikky's rival, so it's like, okay, he's the wicked. I don't know how this connects to X Drake, but then I was also like, wait, he has axes. Like Drake did have the axe thing. This guy has it painted on.
We know Drake's dad though.
Yeah, I know that, but like maybe there's like some kind of
like his uncle.
I have no idea. Like maybe because because like Drake was already. Oh yeah, Drake's story is so silly because his dad, I think, said like Drake was the strongest one. As a kid, Drake was like the strongest of his crew, and he was just too afraid. I think he was just like not confident in himself. I think that's what they said, and so that's why when like Doflamingo showed up, he already had ran. And it was a good thing that he did that because if he didn't do that, then Law wouldn't have been saved because he escaped. The rumor that he created allowed Law to escape, and so it's this weird, thing. But I'm just saying this because people are like, "Par, he has an X on his chin. Is this Drake related or whatever?" And I'm like, okay, he does have the axes, but as far as that connection goes, like I don't see much more. I like the Yoruj one, but that's just his devil fruit. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that like Yoruj ate him, right? Like it's not like that. Like it could be that this guy dies and Yoruj gets the devil fruit. Cool, awesome, right? The cool part is that like this guy has Yoruj's power. Now, what will be silly is if we see this guy use his power and we learn about like Yoruj. I feel like it'd be crazy if we find out Yoruj's power through this guy and just not through your Rouge, or even worse, we just never get your Rouge. You know, that'd be kind of, or we get SBS. He's like, "Yep, that's your Rouge's power, guys. I'm not going to include it in the story. I don't have time to include it."
Yeah, I thought about adding a Rouge to Elbaph, but instead here's Kyo, the Hitman.
And I just gave him the devil fruit so that I could not put your Rouge in the story. You guys can forget about him. Like that would be so funny. And like I get
like
it.
Kyo
like,
more than a Rouge, so I mean I'll take it.
If we get the power through Kyo, and then we get your Rouge, that's not like the worst. It saves time and it's cool. If that's like as far as the connection goes, sure. But then like if Kyo is significant at all, then I imagine your Rouge gets more than Kyo, you know? So like at least that's how I see it. If Kyo gets a significant part in this thing, then I would expect your Rouge to get more than what Kyo got, right?
Yeah,
but
I'd like to hope.
Yeah, I'd hope, but
I'd hope.
There's been a lot of hope for your Rouge for many years now, and how's that done us?
One thing about Kyo that people are mentioning is that he has a very Japanese name. And, you know, we were talking about how, you know, Shakky might have been from Wano or raised in Wano. He could be the unmarked grave if Oda wanted to, you know, kill him, off-screen him. So now that we have Kyo, you know, Shikky's rival, do you think that Kyo is the grave that Yamato's going to? And that is why Oda gave us a second color spread to really delay things, so that we can see his arrival.
So Kyo Lee is not in West Blue. He's a Rocks pirate. He's the hero. He goes to Wano. And then he's like, when would this have to be, right? Because while Odin's there, Kyo's there. You know what I mean? Like
maybe Shikky's like the villain of Wano, and the reason why Kyo is his rival is because Kyo was defending Wano's honor. It'd be kind of nuts.
It'd almost feel like you need a movie. Maybe that's what we're gonna get. Film Silver sounds kind of good. Yeah,
Film Silver.
And then, yeah, and it's a random thing where it's just all the old guys, like Silver's Rayleigh. Yeah, wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's not bad.
yeah. Wait. I got the premise. I'm cooking. Okay, hold on. It's like a round table where we gathered all the old heads, and they all have silver hair, and then they tell us their war stories, and then we go back.
Oh yeah.
And then the culmination is a giant cliffhanger teaser, blue ball of God Valley. And then in the manga, that's when we hit God Valley. Oh, the marketing. Come on.
I like it. It reminds me of a ReZero Theater of Despair where like everybody sits around and they just kind of watch Subaru's death in his playthroughs. It's like, yeah, we could have that. Just all the old heads gathered around talking about their experience in that generation. And we could even have arguments. Like maybe Shikky's telling a story like, yeah, I whooped Silverax so hard. And then Silverax is like, wait a minute, that didn't happen. Like, let me tell my side. Something like that. Could be kind of cool.
That's kind of sick.
Bring in Garling, Celestial Dragons, Saturn, because he was at God Valley.
Yeah.
Dr. Kureha.
That's something you could only do in a movie, right?
Bellamy.
Like, you can't do that in the canon story, but like something fun, you know?
Yeah, we could have something.
Yeah.
Give us something.
Movie Silver. Toei, I know you're listening. Come on.
Oh, and the reason why it's silver isn't just because of Silver Axe. It's because of the silver screen, like a theater screen.
Oh, well, I was saying silver hair because all of them are old and they have gray hair.
Yeah, it could be a double meaning thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every flashback is like, you know how Oda shows us like the fade to black in the manga? So like every time we go into a flashback, we go into their silver hair and it transitions into the ocean because that's how vast their
It's funny that you really want to stick to silver hair when silver screen is like a literal metonym. And it's like, theater. It's right there. Like watching TV.
Is that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, silver screen is like an actual thing, an actual like term.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not as eloquent as you are. My bad.
No, it's okay. I forgive you, Par.
Yeah, thanks.
I forgive you. So we see that Rocks D Xebec through, I don't know what power, he either punched it or used the devil fruit or something. Maybe swung his sword, but he blew out holes in the rock so that we now have the skull of Hachinosu. And he does say that he's after 2 devil fruits. He gives his whole speech here. And he says one of them is most likely on Elbaph, which is, of course, probably the legendary devil fruit. And he says that Herald could unlock its true power. What do you think this devil fruit is? Or do you think it's complete mystery? Where are you?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, the Gomu doesn't make sense. Like, what would he know about it that would make it make sense, right? But, like, he's saying, so it'll only show its true power if Herald eats it. Like, he's talking about an awakening, right? Like, that's kind of where I was thinking. So it's like, if that's what he's saying there, awakening, then, you know, cool. But what devil fruit would Herald be able to awaken that Rocks is so confident that he could awaken? Is it just the Gomu? Is it, I mean, the Nika fruit, you know? Like, is it just that? Does Herald make sense for that? He is kind of like an airhead. Like, he did jump off the red line just like Luffy, and he doesn't have the fruit. So like, that is a very, you know, like.
And he knows about the sun god too because he lives in Elbaph. It's
got
like some lore.
But then there was the other line where Captain John goes, "We'll need the Galila." I'm just gonna say Galila because I'm not gonna say Galera, but Galila folks too. I've heard the legends, and then Big Mom goes, "Contact, blah blah blah." Nothing about the Frozen Army. Whitebeard. Whitebeard goes, "What good are a bunch of corpses now?" Exactly. There's no way to bring them back. And then Barbell goes, "Even if they did come back to life, they'd have no reason to listen to you." And then, assumingly that's Rocks, he said, "That's why we need Herald. He's the current king of Elbaph." So it's like that procession of comments kind of like makes the shadow fruit kind of interesting, because like literally Oars was a giant in ice that came back and was disobedient to Moria. Like, it literally was not listening to him. It took mad long, and to a certain extent that like Moria just had to Gundam him. He just put a pilot seat inside of him to control him directly, and if that didn't work, he used his like doppelganger to manipulate his shadow, and Oars had to be like, "Hey, can you turn me back? Like, this is not me." And then Morio's like, "Okay," and then you tamed him back from the ball. But so like what is being said here? If they came back to life, they'd have no reason to listen to you. And I'm like, would Oars listen to Herald? Like, that'd be kind of crazy if he had the fruit. And then what good are a bunch of corpses? The only fruit there would be the shadow fruit, right? So like, that's where I was like, it's a little interesting, but like, why would Herald be the person that would bring out the true power there? And the only reason why that would make sense is if what Rocks meant by it'll only show its true power if Herald eats it, because he's saying that's why we need Herald, because the giants will listen to Herald. But like, I think that I'm separating it. I'm like, the true power means awakening. Shadow fruit, Herald, I don't really see the connection for why Rocks would be like, yeah, this is a great fruit for him. He'll be able to bring out the true power.
I don't think it's the shadow fruit.
Yeah. But the rest of their conversation is kind of interesting. Rocks does say 2 fruits, so we don't know what the other one is. I mean, it could be the Yami Yami, but we don't necessarily know just yet. But like, outside the Nika fruit, I don't really know what Rocks would be kind of thinking about, especially when he says like Elbaph is the key to bringing down the Holy Land, right? It's like everything is so Nika coded that it just feels like it's Nika. But then I'm sitting back like, does Rocks really think that Herald is Nika? Like, is that what he's saying there? That doesn't make sense to me either. So
no, I mean, I don't think it means like that Herald is Nika. I think it's more so like, hey, since Herald has the lore on Sun God Nika, or at least, you know, more knowledge than the common man, that it would be more useful in his hands.
Yeah, no, but he's saying it'll only show its true power if Harold eats it. Like,
Yeah.
whatever fruit he's talking about, my perspective, it's the same thing as, like, for me, when Harold's first thing that he does is sees Emu. Right? That tells you that this guy knows everything. Like, he's, like, I don't see it as, like, he means, like, oh, like, he can bring out the power the closest. Like, I think when he's saying, if he was talking about the Nika fruit there,
Yeah.
then when he's saying the true power, he means awaken it. So then he would be saying that this person is embodying Nika at that point. Like, that's the way I would see it if Rocks is saying it, given the fact that, like, it's not like Blackbeard in the sense that, like, when we get Blackbeard, we're seeing Blackbeard, like, learn about things. Like, new things are new information for him, right? Whereas Rocks already demonstrated he knows Emu. If he knows that much to that level, it's like, how much else does he know? Like, Nika, he definitely probably knows, right? Like, also, where did Captain John learn about the Galley Law and the Army of Giants? Was that Ja Rule or Harold telling them? Like, it almost seems like he learned this separately. They might have learned this separately, honestly. But the other thing is that when he's talking about the fruit on Elbaph, he doesn't know for certain. So it's not something that he asked Harold either. He's saying one of them is likely on Elbaph. So that's basically saying that at that point, it's not like he talked to Harold about it. At this point, he's still like, oh, like, he probably has it, but he's a good friend, so I'm not gonna, like, beat his ass for it. So, it's kind of interesting that Oda gave us that too. One of them's most likely on Elbaph. Makes me wonder if, like, Harold told him about it or he knew beforehand.
I think he just knew beforehand. You put the lore together.
Yeah, which if he knew beforehand, then he knows probably what fruit it is. And if he knows what fruit it is, and it's the Nika fruit, then him saying that its true power will show if Harold eats it, that kind of means, like,
yeah, it could mean that
he's expecting Gear 5
Nika,
Harold.
Could mean that
he's
the original
expecting Gear
Nika
5
was. It could mean the original Nika was a giant, right?
Yeah, it could be. It could be, but, like,
We did have the giant straw hat as well.
Wait, what happened?
Because we still have that giant straw hat in the freezer that Emu looked at too.
Right. Yeah, I'm saying, like, does Rocks at this point confidently look at Harold and think that this guy is the same, legend, Like, it's kind of the thing with, like, Elbaph. I don't know if anybody on Elbaph, they knew how great Harold was, and they know the lore about the sun god, but I don't think any of them looked at Harold and been like, oh, this guy reminds us of, like, the sun god. You know what I mean? But whereas the moment they saw Gear 5 Luffy, then they were like, oh, but they need to see Gear 5. And it's like, at that point, it's like, pure white. I mean, they didn't have that from the Harley text either.
I mean, the thing is, too, is that, like, for Rocks, he kind of needs somebody to eat the fruit, though, right?
Yeah, he needs someone to eat the fruit.
If you had to pick a candidate, then yeah, Harold would be it.
Interesting that it's not himself, right? Because we don't know if he has a devil fruit yet.
Yeah, he could want, like, a different devil fruit. Like, Harold eats one, he eats the other.
Yeah.
Could be like that. Which people are saying, what do you think about the theory that Blackbeard has both devil fruits already? One of them being the Yami Yami and the other one being the Gura Gura. Do you believe in that theory or no?
The other one being the Gura Gura?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think Whitebeard has it already, or do you think they're going to get it?
I think they're going to get it soon if he doesn't have it already. But I don't think it's the Gura Gura, because if that's the case, then that means that the Gura Gura was in Elbaph for 900 years, which I think doesn't really make too much sense why they protect that.
Well, I mean, the second devil fruit, because he doesn't give us any information on the second devil fruit here.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't give us any information, but I'm assuming the first one is the Yami Yami.
Yeah, if it's Yami Yami, then you'd be saying that the Yami Yami is not the one on Elbaph, right? Or do you think that there's
Yami Yami is not the one on Elbaph?
Okay, yeah, because then if it's Yami and Gura, then it would be that the Yami Yami would be the one on Elbaph. I feel like,
unless
I feel like
it's just odd either way. It's odd if one of the two devil fruits on Elbaph was the Gura Gura Yami Yami.
Yeah, because, well, yeah, and if it was Yami and Gura, it would have to be the Yamis that won on Elbaph, because we know that Whitebeard gets the Gura Gura. So it wouldn't make sense that he would have it, but then like in our current timeline, we're still like debating over like, is it there? Did Loki have it? You know what I mean? Like that would be weird if it just that Whitebeard got it, because then so yeah, Yami Yami and X fruit. I don't think Gura Gura makes sense. I think Yami Yami is the most charged one, but I almost think that it's Yami Yami and something else. But then if it's something else, then the other thing would be on Elbaph. And what fruit fits that? I don't know. It would just I feel like the one that makes the most sense would be the Nika fruit.
Yeah. Because the timeline matches for the Nika fruit really well. Like what got taken 14 years ago, 13 years ago, Shanks took it, 12 years ago, Luffy ate it. Like it's all right there.
Yeah. The other one could be, I personally like the Mera. I haven't put out the video, but I'm sure some other person talked about this. And we talked about it on stream too. It's just that Ace found the fruit on a giant ship. Like the ship was like literally one of those like boat houses things, like a Viking ship. Had all the thematics, had all the stuff. The sizing was a little bit different, but also Oda wasn't the artist for it. He just gave him the, bullet points. But the fact that it was like a literal Viking ship that Ace found that fruit on is kind of interesting. So that's where I'm like, if it was the Mera, maybe. But wait, hold on. Okay, no, hold on. It's the Mera. Oh shit!
Because what? That's what Harden was going after.
Not that. Okay, that's one reason. But the whole time I was saying, why is Rock so confident that Harold would be good with it? How did Harold meet Rocks?
When Harold was on fire.
He was on fire, so Rocks was like, "Yo, this guy's perfect for it."
Yeah, he survived flames. He can handle the heat.
Yeah, the flames. He literally does not care. This man, I saw this man running on fire. Like he'd be so perfect for the Mera. I kind of like that.
That's not bad. That's I mean, with the Mera, if that's the case, like that's solid because Sabo has it right now, and he's the second head of the Revolutionary, so it fits. I think that's good.
And Blackbeard and Ace fought and created
If it's the Mera, I guess the only thing that I'm hung up on is that it's just so it's got to have some special ability.
Well, that's where and this comes from my Sanji theory, but I was saying that Ace is, I didn't say this in full light, but I said even by the time we got to Ace had this like other kind of fire. That it was like a green fire, and it was he called it like fireflies or something like that. And I used that to say that at the time I was like, oh, Sanji's gonna get like another kind of fire, like a blue fire. And then Sanji got like Ifrit and whatever. I said that Sanji's last fire is gonna be black fire, like Amaterasu from Naruto. Obviously, whatever. But the other thing that I was saying was that like Marco has fire. And it's a healing fire. And so my point in that video was saying that it might be that like being able to conjure fire, it might be that someone like Ace or Sanji, they would be able to create multiple kinds of flames. And so if I were to had an Ace focused power theory video, I would have said like Ace would probably be able to recreate Marco's flames. Like I don't see why, if he like thought about it, especially where we're at with devil fruits now and like the imaginative power of them, 100%. Marco's thing is a Zoan fruit that has flames as a like sort of paramecia like thing. And the thing is, it's like, I don't see why Ace would, as the Mera, the fire fruit, I don't know why he wouldn't be able to recreate it because it is fire. So, as far as if that is the all-powerful thing that like Rocks is talking about, and it would need to have an upscaling from what we saw of Ace and Sabo, I think it'd be possible. easily possible, especially when we're seeing Sanji's flame change colors, right? I think that it could make sense that like we get different levels to what the Marimero is capable of. And I kind of really like the idea now because it's such a funny thing. Like, why would Rocks think that he's perfect for it? It's because the first thing he saw him with was he was running on fire. And he was fighting while on fire. He literally clashed with Rocks while still on fire. That's so funny. Like, that's so funny. And he's like, in Rocks' brain, he's like, this guy's perfect. He's perfect for the role. Cast him right now.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. I think that's pretty solid. Like I said, I just hope that if that is the case, we get more from the Marimera. Like, the awakening's just absurd, or maybe, like, you know, in Rocks' mind, you awaken the Marimera and you get the white flames of Nika or something like that. Like, that would be kind of cool, but...
Exactly.
Yeah, like,
right now, and you start creating shit.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the Marimera is just very underwhelming. Yeah, but, you know, it has potential, right? As a Logia, we haven't seen an awakening yet. It has potential, but it's like, if it's the Mara, then it's got to do more than what we already saw. And maybe that's where Sabo steps in and he starts showing it. And of course, like, you know, he is one of the people who's actively trying to tear down the WG, so it works. Yep. Outside of that, though, when it comes to these devil fruits, it's like, dude, it's like you said earlier, right? Like, how does he have so much information? And I saw somebody comment this, and I loved it. Just because I'm watching Naruto right now, but they said that Rocks or Blackbeard, they must have like the Uchiha stone tablet in their basement that just tells them pretty much everything about the world. And I didn't really get that reference at first, but I forgot how much they reference that in Naruto. Like, literally every time they drop new lore, it's like, yes, it's written in the Uchiha stone tablet. Like, years later, by the way, we know about the Sage of Six Paths and everything he's done. It was on the stone tablet. It's like, yo, what the hell's over there, man? It's crazy. And it's just like, the text is this big. And it's like, okay, what are we doing here, guys? That's insane.
Isn't it also their comprehension deepens with their Sharingan power or whatever? So, like, once they got the Mangekyo, they, like, saw more.
I think something like that. It's like something just absurd.
Yeah, that's why Itachi had, like, next level shit, because he had the Mangekyo and no one else did. And so they're like...
Yeah,
I remember, like, that basement needed, like, a sniff test.
It's like Attack on Titan's basement. I remember, like, at the very beginning, they're like, yeah, you know, on the tablet, you must have the Sharingan to read it. It tells you how to get the Mangekyo. And now, that's one of the... by the way, guys, it doesn't just tell you how to use the Mangekyo. It tells you about the Izanami and Izanagi. Also, how to use Susanoo. Also, it talks about the Sage Six Paths and the history of Shinobi. It's like, what the hell is this tablet, dude? It's like the freaking Poneglyphs of the Naruto world.
Yeah, no, honestly, that is probably... of all the Naruto conversations I've heard, I've seen, that tablet is probably the most forgotten in conversation. Like, it's so under... I'm not going to say whelming. It's like weirdly... It's not underrated. It's not under the radar. But it's also just like weirdly placed.
It's a weird staple like that they keep on putting in to explain lore. It's kind of like how whenever they want to explain lore of villages, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, it's Danzo's fault. Danzo did this, Danzo did that. Oh yeah, Orochimaru, he experimented on this, and that's why I have this power now. Like, these guys just keep on getting brought up, and then Hanzo the Salamander. Oh yeah. The Warring Nations, yeah, Hanzo.
That guy.
He was over there, yeah. Like, they just keep on bringing up these... Sannin. Yeah, these just old heads, and they're like, yeah, it's their fault. Yeah, which I love. It's just so funny, though, because like we never truly meet Hanzo. Like, we see snippets of him, he gets reanimated, then he just kind of dies, like, pretty quickly. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Hanzo. Cool design, though.
Funny you said that. Wait, what was the theory that the person said? That they had, like, they were memeing, or they were like...
Oh, they're just memeing that Blackbeard and Rocks, to have this much information about the world government, to know Emu exists, and... you know, the galley law. Like, how does he know about galley law, right? Like, to know about everything they do, they have to have, like, an Uchiha stone tablet somewhere.
Gonna sound crazy, but I do have that theory on the channel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's my Joy Boy Records theory video, where I was basically saying that Vegapunk had Punk Records now, Why wouldn't there be a Joy Boy Records or a Void Century record? And then my point was that, like, if we, at the time, we didn't know how they connected to the thing, which ended up being, like, pointless. Like, the Vegapunks connecting to the thing was super easy, right? But what I had said at the time was maybe the reason why Blackbeard can't sleep is because there's, like, some kind of connection that he's maintaining with, like, the ancient records that, you know, existed. We don't have that for Rocks at the moment, right? Like the whole sleeping thing. But once we do, oh my god, that theory would be nuts for that, because the whole point that I was saying was that, like, the Sulong look at the moon, and it's canon. They look at the moon and get the memories of their ancestors, but they have, like, some kind of weird, like, they basically animalistic version of, like, what Vegapunk was doing, right? With Punk Records. They were accessing memories of, like, an ancestor. And so my thing was, like, okay, like, Blackbeard's a character that would make sense for that reason, and it would explain why he has so much information if he had, like, a similar connection to that record. Now, I said it was the moon, but, you know, it could be anything at this point because of how insane Punk Records ended up being. Like, Punk Records ended up having almost, like, no restriction in the sense of, like, Vegapunk and their, you know, ability to access and deny access and to, like, alter access and disconnect access. Like they were all able to do it pretty seamlessly. So if you were to pass on, let's say, like, there was a way to give Usopp or Frankie access to the Punk Records, right? Because that's what Vegapunk wanted to do. He wanted to give everyone access. So then wouldn't it make sense that the Void Century people had that to some level, and in the version of events where they're expecting collapse and they write poneglyphs and stone records, you would think, like, hey, if we have this, like, record thing, we need a way to pass it down the thing. And I was like, oh, what if, like, you know, at the time, you know, Rocks, we didn't know the exact, like, oh, he's his dad thing, but, you know, I was saying Blackbeard's family maintained the, you know, how to connect to the history to some extent. It may not be the perfect history, but it probably is the most, like, connected. It might even be that lab that we see on Elbaph, maybe that thing has some shit inside, you know? Like, it could be that thing.
I agree. I mean, we talked about this back when we were on Egghead about how the Void Century probably had what Vegapunk was dreaming of. I was about to say, though, it's really funny that whenever we talk about this, you always have, like, a theory in your pocket ready to go. Like, oh, I'm working on a theory. I have a video on this theory. I talked about this theory. It's like, you're like a magician, dude.
Yeah. I mean, this one is, it's like, funny enough, it's posted. It is a posted one. Ironic, right? Crazy.
It's one of the few that's actually posted out there.
Yeah, this one's like funny, this one might be over 2 years now. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Finally a video. I mean, the Nami one's also posted. The one about the Roger's flag, that one's posted. You know, I'm not as bad as you make me out to be. A lot of the videos
I didn't say anything. People in the comments are the ones saying it.
All right,
somebody was like, oh, guys, like, take a shot every time Par says I have a theory on this, or, ooh, I'm working on this video.
You don't have to. Okay, you don't have to quote it verbatim as if you wrote the comment.
I just remember, like, you know, obviously I have the notifications on my phone, so I'll see it pop up every now and then. I just giggle a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny.
This one
that's so good.
Let's see, how long ago? Let's see.
Yeah, looking through the history now.
Yeah, I'm looking to the Punk Records, as some would call it. This one is from November 20th, 2022. That is the theory I was just talking about. 2020, this is 3 years ago. Jesus.
Hey, you got the foreskin, man. So now that we talked about the devil fruits and the Uchiha stone tablet, it's time to talk about... No.
Why did he get a haircut before God Valley?
I was gonna say Captain John. You can't miss on
Kanjuro's dad?
Oh my god, I don't know where people are seeing Kanjuro.
He literally looks like Kanjuro. What do you mean?
The part vision's off.
He looks,
okay.
That looks like Kanjuro.
No, it
no
doesn't.
way.
No, it doesn't, Par. You said that earlier, and I didn't want to say anything because I don't want to hurt your feelings, but it's like, I just don't know what to tell my good friend here. It's like if I had a friend who said, hey, let's stop for this homeless guy in the street and pick him up, and the homeless guy's like, growling. He's got like liquid fluid dripping down his mouth. And then I'm like, Par, I'll stop for him. It's like, I'm just agreeing to agree, but I'm not actually going to pick him up.
Dude, this guy looks like Kanjuro, bro. He has the same nose now. Like, if you take off the clown makeup, it's Kanjuro. It's just you just look past the makeup. I know all these OnlyFans, you don't know makeup, natural makeup, I'm telling you, Sai, look past the makeup. Look past the makeup.
Captain John guys, let us know, is the Par Vision working today, or is he hardly working?
You know what it is though? It's mainly Captain John. I feel like it's the hair. I feel like the bangs on the hair, it's also the face. It's literally there. The one where he goes, right, let's hold off on that one. That literally just looks like Kanjuro.
I'm so sorry, guys. I should have just agreed with Par and with Captain Pirate Barbell instead. I'm sorry I had to bring us back to the Captain John conversation, y'all. My deepest condolences. You had to hear that.
I'm baffled.
I do not see Kanjuro, brother.
I'm getting these because it's just the coloring. You just can't. I want you see too much color.
What I want you to do is screenshot Captain John. And then get a picture of Kanjuro, put them side by side, and post it somewhere. Put it on Twitter, put it on Reddit, and say, "Do you guys see the connection?"
I'm anti X, baby. People started calling it X, and I'm out. Yeah,
you're out. Okay. Post it on Blue Sky. Post it somewhere, and just
that's it. It's too long for me. What happens. It's too long. Blue Sky dot social, right? Like, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm on Truth Social, brother. That's where what's
the other one? Isn't it like Rumble? No, Rumble's a streaming platform, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Truth Social. Streaming. That's the only. That's the
drop it on Truth Social.
Yeah, that's the platform of patriots, brother. Come on.
Hey, shout outs, my man. So we go on and we see Strusen here as well, Big Mom, and getting to our guy Barbell now. People dropped a pretty good theory about him. They said that he is actually Sunbell's brother, because they both have the bell in their name. What do you think about that? I mean, the naming scheme, Oda loves naming schemes like that. He's done that many times. So Sunbell, Barbell, I could definitely see that.
See, people were saying this shit. I had no idea who Sunbell was.
Sunbell is the fishman on Roger's crew. He kind of looks like this guy too. I mean, when you really look at him side by side, all these fishmen look alike.
They look nothing alike.
They look closer than Kanjuro and Captain John, Par.
That absolutely not.
Yeah, they do. Way. No, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Don't take a piss. Actually, speaking of taking a piss, I gotta go take a piss. Give me 1 second.
Okay, perfect.
I am back now. And Par, do you see the error of your ways? Do you see the Sunbell Barbell connection? Yeah?
Oh, Sunbell Barbell? Oh yeah, their names, their mom loved them too much to give them different names, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and they look alike, don't they?
No.
They're not even the same fish. You son of a gun!
Wait, they're not even the same fish. What do you mean?
They don't have to be the same fish. We know that fishmen just pop out randoms.
Yeah, so they don't look alike. But that wouldn't mean that they're not brothers. You wouldn't look at Tom and Den and be like,
okay,
oh.
The thing is with Sunbell though, he's fat, just like Barbell.
Whoa!
That's why they look alike. They're both rotund.
That's crazy. Barbell is not fat. He's a cat.
Catfish. Yeah.
Yeah, catfish are just that shape.
Yeah, and the shape is fat, round.
No, that's like calling a Samoan fat. You would never say that to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Don't be so rude.
Dwayne is lean.
Yeah, because of steroids. Like, get him off the.
Whoa! He said he doesn't take steroids. Part, you need to chill with that one. Don't get us limited on that sense. Please,
I didn't know you suckled his teats like that, brother. You might be on steroids off of You
The
might be
Rock
off
is
secondhand
a
steroids.
childhood hero. Many young kids love The Rock, so of course he's saying that he's not, using the juice. I understand it, It's like, imagine if Spider-Man came out one day and said, "Guys, I'm sorry, I don't actually shoot webs. I shoot sticky semen." It's like, okay, wait a minute, Spider-Man, you're a kid hero. You can't say that.
It would be. Sorry, guys, I'm not natty. I have cancer, and it just gave me superpowers. That's all. Cancer spider gave me cancer, and it just led to superpowers. But don't get cancer, guys. That's what it is. That'd be kind of crazy if they did that with Spider-Man. They'd be like, "Oh, guys, like his powers actually, unironically." That's why you never see an old Spider-Man. It's because he's dying of cancer.
Ooh, or what if the only way Spider-Man can activate his powers is if he kills like an innocent person every day?
What?
Yeah. Like there's a dark Spider-Man, and at night Spider-Man like wraps up a random person and eats
You mean
them.
Venom?
No, Spider-Man. Come on.
Just that's hilarious. Dark Spider-Man, not Venom, just dark Spider-Man. Like you just make him navy blue.
Which I gotta ask now. This is a really good segue into the chapter. Would you ever be friends with somebody who's a product of incest?
Would I ever be friends with somebody who's a product of incest?
Because I think I would.
And
I say it's not. It wasn't up to them, So yeah, I'd be friends with them. The sins of the parents don't fall onto the kids.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where this is going. Are we talking like? What are we talking about?
No, I'm asking you a yes or no question.
Oh, yeah. There's not really.
Yeah.
Like the child didn't commit a crime.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And that's Whitebeard's philosophy right there. Shout outs to old Whitebeard. So next up we have Barbell. We're not done with Barbell. Funny enough, this brings us back to a theory you talked about earlier about the Mirror no Mi, because a popular theory right now is that Barbell actually has it because of his fire hair. And not just that, but he has Ace's beads. Look at it. Look at that last panel. Ah! Is that Ace? That's Ace. You know it's Ace. Oh my god.
No, that just Barbell just was the previous second commander.
Nope.
Did Ace had these beads before he joined Whitebeard? Right?
You don't know that for sure, no. Ace,
no, I'm saying
Ace got the beads right when he ate the Mirror no Mi.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he did. He did.
No. What the? When he ate the Mirror no Mi, Ace got the. Huh? What in the Ace novel?
I believe so.
You're full of shit.
So here we go, dude. Sunbell having the Mirror. Ooh, that'd be nasty, bro. Like, imagine that.
No, hon, you're full of shit.
What do you mean?
Manga. What? Wait, what's
and
the
then that's
manga?
why earlier when you said that Barbell cut his hair, it's like, no, he didn't cut his hair. He turned off his powers. I mean, well, he didn't activate them yet, I guess is a better way to put it.
Okay, Ace's story manga.
Yeah, so Barbell is a solid candidate for the Mirror no Mi.
Ace.
And then people are saying that another reason why this makes sense is because his brother Sunbell. So it's like, this guy's another representation of the sun because he's fire.
Uh-huh.
So it's all right there, dude.
Okay, I'm looking at it. Ace has the beads already in the thing.
I just made that up.
Yeah,
damn it.
But
there's a shot in the dark.
First page of the Ace novel. He has beads. It's there.
Watch, it's gonna get retconned. But yeah, no, like this, the Mirror no Mi theory with Barbell though, it's going strong, brother.
Oh, I thought it was just that he's Nika.
No. People are just saying that he's the fireman. People are even saying that he's the man marked by flames.
What?
Yeah, because he's a fishman, so he could create whirlpools. And, Fishman Island, Poneglyph missing. So I think that one makes more sense. But I honestly tie it all in together. And then if he's the man marked by flames, I mean, he could just also have the Mirror no Mi in the past.
Yeah, but he's a fishman. He can't read.
Oh, true. Wait a minute. Oh, and then if he's the man marked by flames, and he has
Is that the only
that wouldn't
way
work.
To get you on my side is just be racist. like, like if I had said anything else, you would have disagreed. And then you're like, oh, true, immediately.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I do find this is where I'll admit this is crazy, right? Because we were just talking about flags. Roger's flag is some random guy we don't know with the mustache. It honestly looks more like Tom than anything. Why is Rocks' flag barbell?
See, that's a question. Maybe because barbell does have the Sun God Nika fruit.
And then let's go one step further, guys. Why does Luffy have barbell and Rocks on his chest at the Davy back fight against Foxy?
There's just a lot of questions, man. I mean,
and who's the person who got Luffy ready for that? None other than Usopp. What does that mean? Usopp is Barbell's son.
I mean, Usopp in Spanish does mean barbell.
And Usopp carries 10-ton hammers.
And the only way to lift a 10-ton hammer is by using a barbell.
Yup. And guess who Zoro has been training for this entire time? What does he have in his training room? Barbells. He's been waiting to fight none other than the man marked by flames, catfish fishman, barbellian, Johnson, the Rock.
I mean, there is like a really popular theory out there right now that says that Barbell is the one who fought Rayleigh at God Valley.
Oh. And then to activate his powers, he has to go flame on. Yes. And they call his part of the crew the Fantastic Four.
Funny enough, Fantastic Four had an 80% drop in revenue in its second week. And people are saying that it's because Barbell, the true flame on man, is here in One Piece. So there's no reason to watch Fantastic Four for fire powers. You just come here and look at Barbell.
And Mr. Fantastic is just here at Luffy.
Yeah, I mean, and there's more than 4 people. It's like the Fantastic 50 or something.
Yeah, the Fantastic 50. That's a good
Fantastic 50. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, jokes aside, I mean, well, popular theories aside, Barbell is really interesting. He's like one of my favorite Rocks pirates. Like, I don't know where I'd rank him. Like, I think he'd be like top 3.
I'm baffled.
Like Wang Ji, Barbell, and Kyowo. I think that's my top 3 right there. I just don't know the order yet.
Of like the new people that we met?
No, just like in general, like my favorites, man.
You don't like Rocks?
So funny enough, people think I'm a big Rocks fan. I like Rocks. But what I like the most about Rocks is his crew.
You don't like his son?
I've always been kind of like middle of the road with Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard's cool.
You don't like Kaido?
I like Kaido, but I mean not as much as Barbell.
Is it because Kaido lost on screen? Loser?
No.
Barbell's never lost.
No, I just like stupid designs, man. So Barbell just does something for me. Like that stupid Fu Manchu, the hair, the necklace. Look at his arms in that last panel. Like, what is he doing?
Dang, I didn't think the Asian tropes would get you that good. The Asian mustache really did it for you?
That's
the only mustache you can grow,
like
right?
That's why you don't... designs.
You said that to me, right? Like that if you grew out a mustache, it'd look like that. You said the Fu Manchu.
Yeah, if I grew out my facial hair, I get the Fu Manchu and a nasty goatee.
Yeah, wait, you should do it in honor of Barbell.
No, I'm okay.
And then dye your hair white and then just like wave it around.
Nah, I think
I'll light it on fire while you're at it.
But yeah, I just love Rocks' gang. Like, you know, just comparing the Rocks crew to the Roger Pirates, like, I don't know if Roger will ever get a spread like this. Because, like, you know, like, outside of the trio, it's like, who do we got, man?
Yeah. All they need
like,
is
Crocus
Shakky.
and Odin are cool, but I mean, you know, they're not, like... Crocus becomes a member during Roger's last lap of the world because he's sick. And same with Odin, because he needs him to read the poneglyphs. But as far as like people who are day ones, like they're not included in that necessarily. So it's like, damn. Like we have Millet Pine, we have, Sunbell. Like Sunbell versus Barbell. Like Barbell is just, he takes the cake, man, in terms of aura and design.
Yeah, were they just separated at birth? Would that be the first instance of brothers on separate crews? No, like that, like rivals?
I think so.
Yeah, that's kind of unique.
Yeah.
That might be like the Joy Boy Sad Boy matchup we're getting at God Valley. Everybody's been waiting for, how did Rocks lose? How did this? Nobody's talking about Sunbell versus Barbell.
And this is what we should be talking about.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
And if you take out the bell, you get the sun versus the bar. What would the sun god do at a bar?
Which I gotta ask, if you were a pirate captain, would you recruit only friends and like nice people like Roger, or would you go out of your way to get like the strongest of the strong like Rocks?
That's where I gotta. I hate to be the guy that terrible at hypotheticals, but my friends are the strongest.
Well, we got a freaking cornball over here. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We talked about the whole chapter. I mean, after that line, I just want to get out of here now. Funny, people are saying that Captain John has a lot of aura in this final page.
What?
Or not final page, but like the previous page, because he tells
where he looks
Kaido
like
to shut up.
Kanjuro?
No, he just says, "Hey, let's hold off on that till we cash in a little more. Get it, you horn-headed rookie." Like, people are like, wow, like, Captain John's talking down to Kaido. And now people are wondering what a prime Captain John would do against prime Kaido. Like, my God.
I mean, it did take Captain John's entire crew to kill him, right?
Yeah.
3 swords in the belly, bullet wounds. I think the biggest demotion was that he ended up in Moria's thing. But what was crazy about that was Moria had a line saying that the stronger the corpse or the zombie was, the more disobedient they were, and also like the more they retained themselves. And Captain John's zombie, out of the Rocks zombies that we saw there, Captain John's was the most like him. You know what I mean? He was out there drinking. He was super nonchalant. I think even Absol made a comment, and then Captain John's zombie just ignored it. So like Captain John's zombie was kind of like Ryuma in a little ways. Like Ryuma's zombie had Brook Shadow in there. Like there's a whole story there that forced, the situation. But yeah, Captain John's one was kind of interesting for sure.
Yeah. Ganzui in that last panel, he looks like he's about to grope Big Mom's cheeks.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he looks really happy about it too.
Yeah. I was saying, and did my point. I was saying that if I was the Empress of Amazon Lily and I'm taking, and I was like, yo, maybe that's how Gloriosa ends up on the Rocks Pirate crew. She does a Davy back to try to get Big Mom on her crew. Because I would too. Her or Stussy, 100%. And then Gloriosa ends up losing. But then why would Rocks take Gloriosa over Shakky? That's pretty interesting. Especially considering what the narrator said about Shakky. And the thing, maybe Rocks is the narrator. That's why he said that about Shakky. That's why he didn't bring Shakky onto the crew. He took Gloriosa because he didn't want his crew fighting over Shakky. Yeah, and then someone also pointed out Ganzui is also the person that holds Kaido back too, which is crazy.
Ganzui's just cool all around. Like I said, these guys,
big hands,
big aura, man. I'm excited. I wish we had like boundary reveals, because we're not gonna stick around and see these guys like for their entire lifetime. I doubt we're gonna get like too much lore on all of them. So like I would love if we had like a bounty, like, oh, Barbell, the Nightmare Eater, and he's worth like 5 billion or something.
5 billion. That's your best estimate, Sai? Come on. Hit me something more.
Should it be higher than that?
Yeah, you're really gonna come on. I wanted some real controversy, not some ludicrous BS like this.
Oh, I'm so
I
sorry.
wanted you to put him in the tier of King, the Wildfire, But instead
Oh.
you gotta
Sorry,
make it believable.
I have Barbell
Sai.
at Pirate King level. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's wild. No one's gonna believe you. Gotta give them what the people want. You know, something believable but crazy. And if you said 2 billion above King the Wildfire, now you're cooking. And the thing is, it makes sense. This guy has a better flame on the back of his head than King's. King's goes out in whatever, and he gets weaker. We don't know about that for Barbell. You know what I mean? He showed up at God Valley with it off.
Lunarian.
Imagine if King showed up to God Valley with his fire off, he'd be dead. Not Barbell. Not my guy, Barbell.
Yeah, which goes back to his epithet, the Nightmare Eater. He could eat King's flame.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. And the thing
Yeah.
about catfishes in Japanese lore is that they are attributed to earthquakes. So this guy innately has the Gura Gura in him.
That would be kind of nuts if that was true. Like, actually, he had the Gura Gura, then he died, and then Whitebeard ate it.
Yeah. Or Whitebeard just ate him because they were hungry, and he's a catfish, and catfish are tasty.
Yeah, and then Whitebeard takes his necklace and gives it to Ace.
Yep. And then the reason why Whitebeard protects Fishman Island is not for some wholesome ass reason. It's just he's like the last thing Barbell says is, "Please protect my motherland." And Whitebeard goes, "All right, shut up." And then he does it like 25 years later, once Roger dies. Yeah,
could be it. Yeah, Barbell bounty of, I think you said 5.2 billion. I like it.
Why stop there? Let's put an extra zero on that in there. Let's add a GDP of a nation.
50 billion berries. The highest bounty in the entire series. You put all the bounties in the verse combined, and they're still not equal to Barbell.
When he passes flame on, it's 50 billion. When it's off, it's just 5 billion. The hair.
Oh, isn't that what they do in Bleach? Like Yami, like, oh, I'm actually not number 10, and then he flexes, and it turns the 10 turns into 0. Like the 1 gets erased. I'm actually the strongest of the Espada.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
You know, I do. You're right about the bounties. That I feel like it's kind of crazy that we didn't get it alongside this, because we got these, like, it literally says the crew's assembled or something like that. Oh no, that's the Shonen Jump. Sorry, it says the crew has formed. They're missing Gloriosa, but
they're missing Wang Ji, and I don't know if we'll ever like get properly like introduced to him. But there's still like the Vega guy we haven't seen yet, which we don't have to ever see him. Like the guy jumping behind. It's like a guy jumping behind Whitebeard in the gang.
Claws?
Yeah, the cat claws. Yeah. Like he's just one of those fun characters we could see. Oh,
wait, we're not missing Wang Ji. We have Wang Ji. You said Wang Ji.
I didn't say Wang Ji.
Oh,
I said the Vega guy.
Okay. Before that.
No, I didn't say that.
All right. Roll back the clip, guys. I think
I think
it's also 3 a.m., so it's whatever.
More like Par hearing stuff.
What?
Not Par vision.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I was going to say one more character we could see if Oda really wanted to bring him in and give Rocks another member just for, you know, the hell of it. Gilbastar, because we know he joins the Rocks Pirates. So we could see him.
Who?
Gilbastar.
Gilbastar?
Yeah. It's the guy from like the Oda's prototypes, right? Yeah, Gilbastar. He was at God Valley. He does join the Rocks crew, and we saw him at Thriller Bark as well. Yeah, Oda confirmed that he's actually a Rocks pirate member.
His bounty is insane. 970 million.
Yeah, it's not bad, dude. Gilbastar, he's making moves, brother.
The hell?
And that's like a rookie. That's a rookie photo of him too. Yeah,
he's a gunman. Wait,
and apparently he has an ability that makes him grow extra arms.
Why do we have Yasop when we could have this guy? What? Gil was capable of sensing spiritual things as he could see Wild Joe as a ghost. Who the fuck is Wild Joe?
You don't remember Wild Joe? Yeah, Gilbastar has like a whole lore thing going on, man.
Don't say you don't remember Wild Drive. I said, shut the fuck up. I clicked on the thing.
At some point,
one-shot ass.
I'm looking at the wiki. At some point, Gilbastar gained extra pair of arms and became a member of the Rocks Pirates. He was present on God Valley during the God Valley incident 38 years ago.
He was a zombie.
Died at some point. I literally said that. Yeah, he's one of the zombies in Thriller Bark. Yeah. Yeah, and in Thriller Bark, he has like the 4-arm thing going on. So it could be a devil fruit, or maybe just to relive his glory days, Gecko Moria like attached the extra arms onto him.
I'm gonna admit, I feel like this is one of those things. I'm from a different timeline. I jumped to a different dimension. This guy has never been mentioned to me prior to today.
Oh, here we go. Also, they were in a One Piece movie. Look, trivia. Gil and Wild Joe make a cameo during the ending of the first One Piece movie. They can both be seen in the right corner of the screen when the Western artwork of Luffy's crew rolls. So yeah,
no one watched them.
Gil and Wild Joe, brother. Did you really not know about them?
Gilbastar, that's a new name to me. All my years of One Piece.
Shows you that the power vision ain't exactly working.
That's the guy. That's him. That's sick. The zombie, I'm seeing it. I always wondered. You know what's funny? I remember looking at this guy because people brought him up because of my Vanderdecken video. Like when I was saying the 4-leg thing, but this guy has 4 arms. I was like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Do you guys know? And no one said a thing. You're telling me this is Gilbastar?
Yeah, it's Gilbastar.
That's sick. That's awesome.
Yeah, and
so he does the Secret Service thing where like the whole thing where the people say that the Secret Service has the fake arm and then the real arm is underneath the jacket. So that's what he does with the arm thing. He's just like, haha, I got you, and he has another set of real arms. That's crazy.
Yeah, we don't know if it's a devil fruit or if it's just like a actual tribe thing too.
I like how normal he looks. I think that's my favorite part of him.
Oh yeah. He's got the glasses on and the hat, just chilling.
And when on his Wajid post, he literally just looks like
Derpy.
Anybody could draw him, you know?
Yeah.
He looks normal. But then you see his color scheme, that color scheme picture, he looks kind of good. He looks like a baddie, bro. He'd be Gloriosa, maybe with him. Wait, he has 4 arms. That's a lot of fan service.
A lot of ladies you could hug.
Yeah, hugging. Yep, that's where he'd stop.
He's on the same like tier in terms of like story, right? Narrative. Because he's like a one-shot character that became canon. He's on the same tier as Ryuma, the sword god.
And this guy's a gun god.
Yeah,
this guy got the 4 gun style. Like Zoro can't do 4 sword style. Oh, this guy, you're saying he's not Trigun, he's quad gun. He's mogging Trigun too? Vash Stampede got nothing on him?
Yeah, he does have, he has 4 guns in the zombie thing, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Yasop versus Gil, Usopp versus Gil. I wanna see that go down, man.
And the same thing with Zoro. More swords, more power. More guns, more power.
He's probably the first character that unlocked hockey bullets.
Yo, he might also be the first character that unlocked hockey arms.
Hockey arms, yeah. That's why he has 4 arms.
Only Shanks and him. Oh, yeah. Shanks actually learned it from Gilbastar. That's what happened. He's like, oh no, I lost my arm. What should I do? Gil's like, brother, you worried about one? I got boom, and he just shows out armpit arms coming out. Crazy. Wait, does that mean he has 4 armpits? That means he's extra smelly, bro.
Unless he doesn't sweat.
No, he's not Korean.
We don't know that for sure.
Gilbastar, that's not a Korean name. I don't know anybody with a Gil from Korea.
It's funny. I'm looking at people discussing how powerful Gilbastar is, and they're putting him on the same tier as a 5 billion berry bounty Barbell.
Oh, this guy's way beyond that, dude. Like, I'm looking at it. He might be a D-Clan. Gilbastar is a D clan. You want to know why? You
Why?
add a D to his name, Gil Bastard. Oh shit, Bastard D Gil.
You're gonna get
That's
us
his real name.
demonetized.
Oh shit, really? No wait, am I? That's not a. Game of Thrones have been saying that all the time.
Explicit profanity, Par.
Oh. Wait, Game of Thrones has been getting by. They always say that word.
Yeah, the HBO's like masterpiece. Sure,
No, on YouTube,
it's a little bit different.
on YouTube, they've been no, because like all the people clipping it, and then the battle of the. No, and they throw that word like it's candy.
a little bit different for a TV show, man.
I guess.
Yeah, you have a
if they
son,
sense Game
Par.
of Thrones.
You have a son, Par.
Yeah.
Do you use that potty mouth around your son?
Well, is the reference of we say baby mama? Isn't that the same thing? Is like a not the same thing.
That's like
but
the
like
PG version.
I mean, like hired in is technically that, right? That's what hired in is.
Yeah, but it's 2025, Par.
Yeah, but we're talking about a TV show. I thought it was the same thing. This is a Netflix classic.
Yeah, would you put
Original.
on that? Would you put on Game of Thrones for your son?
I'd put
right now?
I'd put on One Piece. One Piece has watch next chapter. Oda's gonna be like Loki's gonna call Hayden. That's why you're not allowed into the royal council. You Gilbastar.
Yeah, you Gilbastar. Yeah. We're gonna go with like fake slurs. I like that.
He's a D clan. Gilbastar is D clan.
I could see him being a D clan. Yeah, I mean he is like one of Oda's prototypes. So sure, I say give it to him.
Gil D Goal D. He might be Roger's twin.
Yeah, Roger's opposite even.
Yeah,
like how we have Sunbell and Barbell.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, there we go. Goal, Gil, done. Well, with that being said, ending on that beautiful theory, thank you, Parvision, for joining us on another Parcast. Glad to have you here. I don't know if there's going to be a chapter come this week. It is a magazine break. We sometimes do get spoilers, sometimes we don't. It's always going to be a little bit of a toss-up. We could even get on a weird day. I remember one time we got like spoilers on a Friday, and the chapter came out on like a Sunday. It's so odd, however, these weeks work. So yeah, everything's kind of up in the air.
Leave it up to the gods.
Yeah, it's in God's hands, man. But with that being said, Par, you got anything else you want to leave off on before we head out of here?
Good night.
There we go. We're going to bed. It's late. Peace out, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Peace out.